Speed mode. Speed mode off. Speed mode on demand. Speed mode off. Speed mode off. Audio mixer window. Grouping. Sources window. List. Browser capture. Speed mode off.
Hello. Looks like NVIDIA broadcast is having a moment. That should probably mean my camera's not working either, isn't it? Is my camera working? Or is NVIDIA broadcast one of those programs that selectively fails, but not completely? No, my camera is working. Because my AI saw it, so it would have worked. So why is my... Okay, well, I can't fix that. I can't use the NVIDIA broadcast noise removal for a bit, and that's okay. We don't need it for this one. Right before I started this, my audio crapped out, and I guess everything except for NVIDIA broadcast recovered. So I was talking a whole bunch of words, and you guys couldn't hear them. That's unfortunate. Anyway, hello. I was acknowledging, Liz, that you said about the font. Pretty sure that's just the scale slider, so we might just have to nudge that a little bit to the right at some point. We'll see. In any case, yeah. Welcome, everyone. We are affiliate. Which I did not expect to happen yet. I thought that would happen this week. And not this weekend when it happened. I was also halfway expecting OBS not even to connect, because one thing you need to do for affiliate is to 2FA your Twitch, which I, to my shame, had not done yet. So yeah, a bunch of things were like, I can't access anymore. It's like a latest followers extension that apparently I had going that I didn't even know about. That sent me an email going, oh, can't access anymore, please help. So that happened. Yeah, what are we doing today? We're doing a bunch of things today. We're doing screenreader intros today. Yep, exactly. To my utter shame, I did not set 2FA. I didn't expect this channel to blow up like it did, okay? Like, I didn't expect this to have like 20 followers, let alone almost 200. Right, like 160 something right now, which is stupid more than I expected. But yeah, there's 2FA now. That's all done. So today I intro to screenreaders for people who actually don't know how these things work. Really, I wanted to just do that as a filler for, like I said, Twitch has some very interesting requirements to get affiliate. One of them is like stream 7 days in a 30-day period, which is really arbitrary because if you just stream once a week, you'll never meet that. So at that point, you're artificially going to have to inflate your streaming numbers to get their little like standards done, which is what I was going to do, and then I somehow didn't need to. And I don't exactly know how that happened because I'm pretty sure I did not stream 7 days yet. I streamed 5. So something odd happened there, unless I think I know why. I think like this Wednesday, I accidentally streamed to IC null for like 30 seconds because I was in the wrong profile in OBS. I think it may have considered that a day, and I might have done that another time, and that makes 7. So that's really interesting. Because I did not get Twitch summaries for those. Usually you get a Twitch summary after the fact. Go, hey, you streamed for X minutes, you had so and so many viewers, so and so new followers, so and so many subscriptions. Yeah, that's right, Crescent. You did start a stream, but I think that was on Xerxiax, so I don't think that would have mattered. But I don't remember, honestly. I don't even know if it was you or Sheet or the cat who did it, honestly. Like, the keyboard was on the floor. A couple people stepped on it. At some point it was on the switch on the streaming button. It was you? Okay, well then you plotted onto my keyboard and pressed the space button and made my stream send like an hour of nothing into the stratosphere. For that's kind of funny. Anyway, yeah, this is pretty much an informal thing. I do have a couple things I want to cover. But I don't have a super strict schedule. Like I said, this wasn't even going to be happening initially. Like longer than maybe like an hour just to get that 7 days. And now I kind of want to also do a little bit of a celebration given we managed the affiliate status. So I'm just going to do a couple more things than I had in mind initially. But I'm not stuck to a schedule. If people like take me off topic, like they're doing now, for example, that's completely okay. Yeah, we got some cool stuff going. I did see that someone just made a bunch of noise on Mastodon. Let's get rid of Mastodon because that's going to cling into our ears the entire time otherwise. There we go. Do I need to... I did not announce that I was going to do the thing on the place. I should probably announce the thing on the place, shouldn't I? Let's do that. Oh, no, my headset crashed. Give me a second. Whatever you're saying on Firebot right now, I can't hear it until I sort this out. This is fortunately completely separate from the actual systems that are powering this thing, so I can do that without dropping out. There we go, we're back. Let's see. I have most things I have redundancies for. Not everything, because Windows literally won't let me. Unless I put like another computer in play, and I don't have the room for that. But I have mostly I can recover from most crashes and things that'll fall over. Some things I can't. Like right now, NVIDIA Broadcast is what I'm using to essentially auto frame my face. I'm not even sure if that's effect is on currently, but if it is, well, there you go. If I turn that off in order to restart it to get the audio to work, that will probably crash the webcam feed without being able to recover it. So I'm not gonna do that. What actually wasn't coming through this time? What wasn't coming through this time? Oh, the little dingy dings. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that program is interesting. And yeah, my Tweez cake, that name alone. Tweez cake. Anyway, screen readers. What are these fandangled things called screen readers? Oh yeah, I was gonna put it into place first. So while I do that, screen readers are not actually what the name would suggest. They're not really doing much with the screen at all. They're not reading it. Sometimes I wish they did that. And there's some cool things happening in AI land that sort of do that, kind of, sort of. And I'll go into that once we get to it. But yeah. It's an interesting situation. Screen readers used to read the screen a lot more than they do now. Screen readers used to literally scrape information from the video driver. That's not the term that I'm making it for. They literally called it video scraping. Sounds a little meh. I guess same as web scraping right now that people do. That's web crawling, which actually takes something back with you. Why do computer science people get to make up names? Like, the strangest names come from that. Blue snarfing, anyone? That is an actual thing. Blue snarfing is a security thing that has to do with Bluetooth. It's like, better people should make these names up. It's the thing. You guys should not be hearing my speech yet, and you are. Oh no, you're not. Actually, fix that. So basically, in the beginning, screen reader was a good name. Basically, it did scrape the screen. It got information from APIs, but mostly the screen positions and things it got from the screen. And then it all fell over, and now they don't do that anymore. Basically, now what we do is API reading only. The APIs have gotten more rich in most operating systems, and by using those, screen readers have gotten a lot cleverer in some respects. Hello! I actually tried to make use of the Memorial Weekend for some people so they can catch it. Who you are? First time chat. Jukia2. Is that how I pronounce that? Jukia2, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. I'm glad you're here. So yeah, you're coming in at a good time. We're doing an intro to screen readers today, so that's fun. It's yeah, you know, I'll actually go into why that is in a minute, so you'll have to bear with me, because it's actually there's actually a very good reason for that, and I'll go into that in a minute. So in the beginning, like I said, screen readers scraped the screen and everything was good with the world. Basically, that worked up to a point. You could do what you needed to do at the time, and that was fine. And then programs got a lot more sophisticated and non-text heavy, and basically that didn't work anymore. OS has also started giving too much access to that whole thing. So basically, a screen reader now is an API reader. It's that simple. A screen reader is a piece of software that intercepts or retrieves information from various APIs on the OS level and speaks that information in a somewhat user-friendly way, or brailles it, depending if you have a braille display, which I happen to do. There it is. So how does that work? What does that mean, like, specifically? Basically, oh yeah. So basically, screen readers need... Hello, Malidvan. Screen readers need APIs to function. If they don't have APIs to work with, there might as well be calculators. They don't do anything you need to do. If you're in a virtual machine and you try to use a screen reader, you generally have a very bad luck, because screen readers cannot see outside of their own OSs most of the time. There's a couple things to that, and I'll get into that in a minute. But basically, that's where a screen reader starts. If I start my screen reader up right now, and put it in, we have Google on the screen. Might as well use that because it's a good way to sort of show it off. If we turn on the screen reader and not much, we're just sort of doing an intro to screen readers, and after that we're doing some CodeCombat, FreeCodeCamp, and a couple of other things to see if they're accessible enough to play. A hint, most of them will not be, but we'll see. So basically when a screen reader starts going, this is kind of what it sounds like. Hello? There we go. Okay, to be fair, I'm teasing a little bit because this is the Dutch version of Google. Let me set that to English. Why is English not listed? Why do I have Frisian but not English? What the hell? Okay, Frisian it is. Zeg je maar Google? Log wat juiste? I don't actually speak Frisian. Yeah. So let's actually go to a page that's actually in English. Let's go to DuckDuckGo. Now it works again. There we go. Okay, so let's slow that down a bit. So, what does an API call that a screen reader uses look like? Basically, user-friendly. There's a couple things that's going to be in there. Let's just put the word cat in here to have a value to work with. So we have the word cat in here now, in capitals even.
Caps lock off.
If I shift tab onto that edit field, we get
search with DuckDuckGo combo box expanded required as autocomplete editable selected cat.
Search with search with DuckDuckGo editable combo box cat, and that is the three key things that most widgets are going to need. So you have your label, your accessible name, which is search with DuckDuckGo in this case. You have your role, which is a combo box or a drop down or a button or a checkbox or the whatever you want really. And then you have your value, which in this case is cat. That's the text in the edit field or the state of the checkbox or the selection status of a particular thing. It's basically just the state or the value. And these three things really form the backbone of what a screen reader generally does. Basically, if you have these three things, everything's good in the world. Very often you don't have these three things. Very often one of them is missing, two of them are missing, or all of them are missing. And when that happens, the screen reader has to start guessing, and that's when the fun begins. So basically, the reason I'm not using Linux, particularly GUI Linux, is because I can't. There is just too much broken in Linux GUI currently to have that be a very pleasant experience for me. There is a screen reader for GUI Linux, it's called Orca. It's part of GNOME, but also somehow works for KDE now, although they think they just call it screen reader. I'm not sure how it all works now, but basically what we see in Linux land a lot is some application won't be accessible. I think the Calamares installer is a great example actually of this. The Calamares installer is something that's used by some distros to install themselves, which is, you see them in live systems and things like that. And the Calamares installer runs as a privileged process because it needs to do install-y things. So that's understandable. But somehow, because the screen reader doesn't run in a privileged process and there's no proper communication between the two processes, I don't want to go too technical here. Basically what happens is if you alt tab into a window like that, it's just going to say screen reader unavailable, and that's it. You're done. You have literally no recourse. You're blocked. That's it. End of game. GG. No re. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. End of it. It's secure against blind people. Yeah, it's completely secured. And then apparently I read something. I think it was Fedora or some other distro. I forget which one. I'd have to look that up. But there is one distro that apparently worked around it. That took like 7 years for them to finally do that. So I can't in good conscience. They are, yeah. Most GTK are somewhat usable, which is kind of funny because on Windows they're completely unusable. It's kind of a shame. I want to use Cherry Tree, but it's not on Windows in a way that's accessible. But yeah, some GDK works now. Apparently they have a very rough Wayland demo now that kind of sort of works, but after 1.5 years after it became somewhat viable to use. And that's what I mean, it takes years. Oh. Well, there you go. Dora's broken. Used to be back in 2008. Yeah, used to be 2008, you had Linux, which is like a blind version of Linux, which has like a particular version of GNOME on it and a couple of other things. It is sad, because I would love to like Linux more. I mean, I use Kali Linux for my hacking streams. I'll be using Kali, no, not tomorrow yet. Tomorrow I'll be using the browser, but I will be using Kali Linux in the future in these Hack the Box and these Try Hack Me streams I'm going to be doing. And the command line's generally fine, even though I have to generally use a Windows host to properly consume the command line. But that's actually more a thing that I just need to set up. There's a little bit of a better situation on command line Linux. You have a couple of screen readers, one very modern called FreeCodeCamp, which is actually pretty decent. I just need to set it up and I haven't yet. So that works pretty well. If you know the hotkeys, which I need to learn, then command line Linux is okay. GUI Linux is just, ow. And yeah, Molitvan has a point. It is getting better. Speak Up, yeah, Speak Up is the older one and works very well still. Yeah, Speak Up is nice. Those ones are fun, and I use those. BRLTTY to have Braille, and then Speak Up or Fenrir to have speech. If I want command line Linux, GUI Linux. I hear KDE Plasma is pretty good now too. Just basically Qt stuff. And I want to play with those more. I just haven't yet. So those are coming up in probably I might actually just do that on stream. Just go look at KDE Plasma. How accessible is it now? Look at the newest GNOME 45. Is that the new one still? And see how accessible that is and where we fall over. It's just not a fun experience. macOS, kind of same deal. macOS has the opposite problem. It works most of the time, but then when it doesn't, it's just super stupid why it doesn't. And there's very, very badly documented APIs for developers to work with. So no one really knows how to fix it when it falls over, and that's annoying. And there's only one screen reader voiceover that when it wants to work is pretty good, but when it doesn't, which is most of the time, it's not. So in that sense, when you want to do desktop computing, unfortunately, and this is something I really do wish that things would change, is that Windows is my most efficient boy, even though everything else is kind of sucky about it. Recall, anyone? Oh boy. So yeah, screen readers need a name, a value, and a role. If we don't have these things start falling over. Basically, if you don't have a role on a web page, usually you can't tap to it either, because you know, a role tells a browser that it should be keyboard activatable, and then that's if that's not there, and people don't explicitly put stuff on there to make the button reachable, then yeah, it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna be tabbable. You're gonna have to add your own stuff to it. And what's good about the web is that you can usually, with user scripts, you can work around someone's horrible UI. It's not fun, but it can be done. When you're not on the web, that is obviously a lot harder to do. For example, as a really good example of what we had to do today, I was working with Liz Ginger Kiwi here in the chat. They were helping with graphics and setting up the chat overlay. The restream chat overlay up top, when people send a message, you can see like the message zipping by. That is like fully opaque by default. It's like right in your face and you can't not see it. And I wanted to dim that down a bit, and there's a slider, there's a very nice opacity slider to make that happen, but the slider doesn't respond to keyboard events. So basically what we had to do is I had to plug in a mouse, and then Liz had to tell me, okay, bit down, bit left, bit up, bit to the right again, and then we just... So I could find the little bit on the slider that I wanted to click to move the slider, because that's the only way to do it. And that's how you make things inaccessible. Congratulations. So in that sense, exactly not like this. Screen readers, the funny thing is that was actually screen reader readable, just not keyboard operable. So I could see what the thing was set to, and I could see the new value once it was set, but I couldn't use the keyboard to move the slider. So I was like, I know where I am, I know where I'm going, I just can't actually get there. Help. They definitely are. Yeah. Essentially, a screen reader can cheat in a lot of cases. When a keyboard-only user, gets stuck, usually a screen reader can work around it just by having a couple more ways to jump around the screen and just simulate mouse clicks and things like that. You can do that on the keyboard up to a point, but screen reader just has it built in and does it a little easier. That is true for almost all cases except one. Sometimes when you're like in a drop down that's poorly coded, the keyboard focus will happily show you where you are. But if you have the screen reader going, it will actually not tell you what you're focused on. I see that we have a new person coming in. Hello, it's Storm TTV. Hello, it's Storm TTV. Welcome in. I think that's the first time I see you in here. Sure wish sighted keyboard uses that. Yeah. We can cheat. It's fun. Yeah, I'm just listening to what Molitvan said. It's very true. Basically, Molitvan is saying that. That's good. Oh shit, we're getting hacked. Oh. Thank you for the follow. It's Storm TTV. I appreciate that. I'm just gonna call you Storm from now. That name is long. So. Basically, what Molitvan is saying is that Sun Microsystems started a whole bunch of accessibility things, and then they sort of disappeared on it. Yeah, it did. It played here. Did people hear this in the following? Oh God, did Firebot? Okay, glad. Let's say, was it me? Because that device did freak out for a second. Okay, interesting. It is. I even made it louder, but yeah. So yeah, basically what again? Okay. So Sun did start a bunch of things, and then Sun disappeared for a while. The Sun sort of set for a bit.
Speech mode off. Speech mode off.
And that means that Orca is now being maintained by like a handful of people. That's very true. People are really trying. Like I'm definitely not flagging the Orca developers because they're in that situation where they're like two people in an office that are like secretly managing a whole entire airline. They're just not getting enough people, not getting enough money, not getting enough communication from other teams. Honestly, like they sort of just have to reverse engineer a lot of people things do. The stream is about, Storm is asking what the stream is about. The stream is about accessibility, Storm. It's basically me as a completely blind computer user explaining what a screen reader is, how it works, and why it works, what it doesn't do. And then after that, and sort of there's just a bunch of like talking through as well, just talking into random accessibility rabbit holes. And once all that's been happening, I'm going to be going through a couple of things like FreeCodeCamp. I want to look at CodeCombat, a couple of other things of that nature. I have a few like listed just Screeps. I want to look at Screeps. Most of these are not going to be accessible. I'm going to tell you that now. FreeCodeCamp is going to be accessible. Everything else is going to be meh. But we'll see how far we get with these things. But yeah, Linux accessibility is a fun one, and I would love to see it develop more. Let's hope it does. But yeah, that's why I'm on Windows, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, so what Storm says is basically they didn't know I was blind. Well, I am. Sorry, I don't know what your pronouns are, but they didn't know I was blind. NVDA sounds, exactly. Hey, we got a message come in from a person that hasn't chatted. Oh, Restream bot. Hey, Leonian Universe on the YouTubes. Hello, that's the first time I've seen that happen. Awesome. Well, damn. You got a YouTuber coming in. Very nice. YouTube is definitely something I'm trying to grow as well. Okay, beautiful, Storm. Storm goes by he, him. Fantastic. Good to know. So, Yeah, I like Liz says I'm a professional developer. I'm accessibility auditor. I'm accessibility tester. All that jazz. I play games on the Xerxiax channel for people who want to follow that. That is something you can do. It's in the suggested streamers. Yeah, what I want to do is just basically show a couple things off. Like last week on Friday, we did the code editor stream. And today I just want to sort of go ahead on that stream. Appreciate that, Leonian. Leonian says I figured I'd pop in. He's playing like Minecraft. Very nice. I'm gaming usually on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make
speech mode off.
Wednesday work, honestly, because Wednesday I have a shit ton of meetings and I'm gonna have to see if I'm up for it, but I'll try. I got any mods? No, not right now. Well, I have one mod on the gaming channel that's like there now and again. They're very busy. Hey, you got my name right this time, Liz. Good job. So yeah, what I do want to cover, like gaming-wise, if people are curious, God of War Ragnarok is coming up soon again. There is this rhythm game called Bits and Bops, which is very sort of cozy. So if I want a chill game, I might play that. And a couple of other things. Spider-Man 2 on Saturday, probably, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm going everywhere on this stream, and that's kind of what I wanted to do for this stream, so I don't really mind. Oh, we got a fun one here. I see on YouTube we have a person coming in. Holy, it's so busy today. I've never had this busy of a chat. What is going on today? Oh my god. Cool. Okay, so what was... Well, I see GKlein88 says, thing I learned this month at my new job at $Megacorp. Select aria roll equals combo box, .. /select. Confuses JAWS. What does it do with JAWS? That should work, you'd think. Okay, I should have set this to just chatting, because at this point we're not getting anything done. Okay, so Liz says, I used to be able to spell, then I taught really smart teens and young adults with dyslexia. Okay, that's good to know. Litvan says, don't forget Factorio. I should not forget that. And Stardew says, Crescent, very true. We got Zach Brand saying, do you think you would get more out of your computing if the screen reader had HRTF as a positional audio combined with be able to separate out desktop and client events roles, say notifications, background window, alerts, in toto separate positioned voices into a desktop. So that's a really interesting thing. Thank you for the subscribe. Holy god, I can't keep up. I've fallen and I can't get up. Thank you for the subscribe, Justin E913. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate it. You're my first subscriber, Madhu. You have a founder badge. Nicely done. All right, well, Zach Brand, have a good day, Storm. Very nice. Very nice. There's so many things happening all at once. So Zach has a good question. Basically, I think people are kind of trying to play with that a little bit. It is a thing that happens in GPS apps. There's an app called Voice Vista, which used to be called Soundscape, which pretty much does that very thing, but for GPS. I don't really think we have it for screen reading yet, as of yet. It's kind of like what VoiceOver's positional audio cues do, kinda, but it's not nearly as extensive as you're currently saying. Would I like that better? Maybe. It would be a lot more dynamic output. Basically, right now, the reason I can go so fast with the screen reader is because it's all coming from the same source and it's very monotonous, which means I can do this. But yeah, if there's just more sources, more voices, more human sounding stuff, that would be harder to do. So it's a bit of a, I'd need to see it to see if that would be better. Leonie says, what's your primary language you code with? Generally JavaScript, Python, and C#, I would say. And Storm is already gone, but he asked, what's your experience as a mind person while gaming? Well, that is a good one. It's sort of honestly very hit and miss. A lot of the time it's 5 steps backwards, 3 steps forwards, if that makes sense. Like 50 million big games will come out and like 2 of them are accessible and then 1 of them is really, really accessible. And that's pretty much what we have every year. So yeah, that's kind of interesting, but you're gone. So there you go. Mind person, giant brain. Yeah, Zach, Jukia, sorry. Jukia, mind person.
I am a mind person. I'm going to eat your brains.
Anyway, that's happening. Anything else I need to respond to? Jesus. G-Clan says makes it silent when erroring through the combo box, expanded or not. That is a really fun bug. So if you give a ... to a screenreader, it's gonna just fall over. Interesting. Tested on Jobs 2022 because we're on the cutting edge. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Okay, well Storm is gone. I think we're almost done with all the chat reading. Okay, Liz says that the LinkedIn post from this morning, 711 impressions, 3 reposts, 11 reactions. Very nice. Yeah, there's a thing on LinkedIn that essentially indicates that this stream was going to happen. So that's really cool. Yep. Anything else happening? Leonian says, yeah, that HRTF theme sounds kind of cool. Might be interesting. Yeah. I'm also really interested in that AI-based thing that they're making for Mac. What was I gonna say? Yeah, there's this new thing. I think I forget what it's called. Like some AI pilot or something, some other thing. That essentially you just say, go do this thing for me, like make this invoice for so-and-so company, and it just does it. It's not a screen reader, but it's kind of cool. Fellow member of the 600 WPM club. Woo, goes Garrett Klein. The G Klein. Leonian says, I definitely want to learn language like C#, but finding accessible resources to do that is actually not easy. How do you learn? How do I learn? Yeah, there's plenty of resources. Honestly, the thing is, I think about that, and this is a good stream to sort of rant about that a little bit. I think a lot of people have a very specific idea of what an accessible coding resource looks like. And then when it doesn't quite fit the bill, people fall over a little bit. Like I've played with various resources. I played with the New Boston back in 20 early. That was just YouTube videos, and then I would just sort of figure it out from code samples. Yeah, books. There's still books coming out about C#. There's a really interesting book that I saw today that came out about Blazor. That's like the new web thing for C# from Microsoft that essentially like is very much on the cutting edge. I don't have a link right now, but yeah, there's books out there. If videos are more your jam and you don't mind paying for stuff, there's IamTimCorey.com, which I kind of like. Microsoft Learn, like Liz said. There's FreeCodeCamp, but that's JavaScript. Largely, it's not really C#. But yeah, there's a bunch of things you can do. Oh yeah, well, C#, are you sure it's using C#? Actually, catch up here, because there's a couple things that were said here. Accessible resources, yeah. Crescent says accessible resources are generally very subjective. That is very true. Like some people like videos, some people like text. I like a combination myself. Like I like having a book. I sometimes like having videos as well to explain things to me if I'm not actually coding, but just listening to someone explain like a design pattern or something to me. I like having that just in a video. I still want to go through Harvard CS50 at some point properly. Like I've looked at a few lectures of it, and it teaches a lot of cool stuff in a really cool like beginner-friendly way, but it's also actually kind of hard. Like, they have you do C for the first few lectures, which is kind of hardcore for some people. Molitvan says, if you want to learn C#, I really recommend Brecky's C# series. That's what got me into programming. Basically, watch that, about 10 videos, then just go do stuff and explore. I don't know who that is, but that sounds interesting. There's Traverse C, which a lot of people like. I may want to learn C# in order to work on my own Yu-Gi-Oh program, as people are starting to dip out of it, it seems. I mean, yeah, that is tough. Honestly, if you do have the compiler toolchain, you can basically just start playing around as well. Like, once you have a little bit of basics, you can just start reading the code and see what it's doing. Liz is sharing a whole bunch of resources. Appreciate that. Yeah, there's many learning paths. It's actually kind of funny. I was judging the accessibility of Learn a couple days ago, and it's honestly not terrible. Like, it's not great in some places. It's all hard to find sometimes, but it's doable. Yeah, see, come for the systems programming, stay for the brain damage. You're not wrong, G. Klein. It is, it can be a bit much, honestly. Like, I don't, maybe a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I don't think C is the language to use for practically most things these days. Like, if you want to go that low level, try Rust. Obviously, not everything's going to support that, but I think even the Linux kernel has Rust now, so a number of things will. Obviously, if you're going to do like really like limited embedded programming things, that's when you might need C or assembly or some other thing like that. Yeah. If you don't use Rust, you get rusty at Rust. Yeah, Crescent, you're not wrong. That is very true. So basically, what was I doing? C#. Screenreader. Screenreader powers Brittle Display and also powers speech, the thing that we just heard. Let me slow that back down, actually. Down to painful levels.
Speech mode talk.
So, yeah, like I said, there's a couple things you can do to work around inaccessible stuffs. There is OCR, which is becoming more and more prevalent in today's honestly badly coded UI market. OCR is basically a feature where you make a picture of the screen, and then Screenreader does a whole bunch of magic on it, and you can essentially read all the text that was gleaned from that image, and that text is also accompanied internally by the coordinates of where that text appears, which means you can route your mouse to that bit of text and then click it or drag it or do other things with it. This is how some people play video games. I use it like as a companion to video games sometimes, but it's not something I do every day. Depends on the game, honestly. Another couple things that screenreaders can do. I'm not going to go too far into it today, but another thing screenreaders can do is something called either screen review, object navigation, which are basically cheat codes for people who are keyboard only users. Basically what they let you do is they let you look at the accessible representation of the screen, which is usually a tree view of some kind. And it lets you look at things that you would normally otherwise not be able to read things and navigate the things that you would not be able to tab to. It's important because a lot of the times, particularly on the web, you have ways of linking things together, your label with your form, or the interactive text with a modal dialogue and things like that. And sometimes that just hasn't been done, so you can use these little tricks to quickly work around someone else's terrible UI choices. And we need to do that more and more often, because what we're seeing right now is sort of a migration to the web, if that makes sense. Everything's going to the web. Used to be everything went in an app, now everything's going to the web. And what that basically means is that a lot of things are now on the web that were never meant to be on the web. And the problem with that is that the web doesn't have patterns for a lot of things. Like, it doesn't have a pattern for a drag and drop. It doesn't have a pattern for a toast that comes up that lets you undo a thing while you're also somewhere else doing the thing. And that's a problem for screen reader users, because a screen reader user can only see one thing at a time. If I am
Speech mode off. Speech mode. Navigation landmark menu button.
If I'm on this menu button, I'm nowhere else on the page.
Download DuckDuckGo browser link.
If I'm on the download DuckDuckGo browser, something can be happening, like literally one link over. Text can be changing. If that's not explicitly being told to my screen reader, I will not see it because I'm on this other link. So if I'm in the middle of a scrolling list of emails and I do a thing that makes an email deleted, what do you do with your focus? One, you can go to the item you were above the one you were on, below the one you were on. There's also a toast coming up from the top that says, are you sure you wanted to do that? Maybe you want to undo it, but if you want to go undo it, you're no longer in the list. You have to go find your place again. So these are patterns we don't have patterns for. These are patterns we have on the web that we don't have accessible equivalents for yet. And that's kind of where I work currently. I'm at a place where I get to work with designers, developers in various companies to essentially indicate, okay, you have made this fancy React component that does that. How am I going to make it accessible? And that's pretty fun if people work with you. It can also be really annoying if people don't work with you, which is honestly more common. Yeah, that's the kind of place I want to work. Like in web, it's that. In gaming, it's things like you have a visual crosshair and you're using that to aim and you're firing, say, a cannon or a gun or some other thing, and it's hitting something. But really, the tricky bit is that you can only really see if you hit something after you fired. So how are we going to make that accessible? And there's certainly ways of doing that. That's just the accessibility challenge. Jukia2 says... I found screen readers to also just be buggy with most web stuff, like raw HTML even without CSS. What have you been trying? Because that is actually somewhat rare. If you follow the spec even, you're relatively okay for the most part. Yeah, you're not wrong, Miko. This is just setting, but that's kind of what I was going for anyway.
I have a get repo, 1 minute.
You have a get repo, 1 minute. Okay.
Message the screen edit.
So this is mostly just chatting, but that was kind of what I was going for, honestly, Miko.
Speech mode on demand. Speech mode off.
You gave up. All right, well, let's have a look. Let's see if we can get it to work at all. But yeah, no, it's just chatting with the occasional other things. All right, you're Molidvan, but now you're called Vico or Veko. I'm gonna call you Veko. All right. Why'd you switch to YouTube, man? Anyway, let's go to this. Let's go look at this this thing you found. Let's have a look. See. So, copy that into Chrome. Here we go.
Speech mode talk. Main landmark clickable HTML menu nightmare edit level 1.
Menu nightmare. What
clickable commit edit level. History clickable approach 1 clickable repository files navigation clickable goals heading level 2 testing heading level 2 goal permanent goals. I want to make a choose your own adventure game in HTML using a web of choices with explicit support for screen readers. The choices must be defined dynamically. This page documents how much of a nightmare it is. Okay. Speech mode off.
Testing. I'm testing using the following combinations of platforms, readers and browsers. All right, you got Linux, Firefox, Orca. Yeah. Linux, Chromium, Orca, Windows, Firefox, NVDA, Windows, Chrome, NVDA, Windows, Edge, NVDA, Windows, Firefox, Narrator. A couple of other things. I'm not gonna read it all. I'm sorry. These are the only platforms I have available for testing. I think that's pretty comprehensive, honestly. Usually it's a lot worse.
Speech bullet how many readers support the page. Bullet how consistent readers read. Bullet how what test failure is determined based on. Bullet whether browse mode navigation works. Bullet whether the entire page is read correctly. Bullet whether bullet how heading link permanent. Approach link approach 0 HTML. Approach 0 HTML.
Approach 0 HTML. Let's have a look.
Alert HTML menu nightmare / approach 0 mode. Full label graphic to miss HTML menu nightmare. Firefox.
Okay, done it.
Run desktop list. C Windows system. EN. Paste HTTP coding into HTML menu nightmare. Remote enumerating object.
Got it.
Firefox V5 point. HTML menu nightmare / HTML menu nightmares. Open dialog. C item preview Florian personal item H.
Items view list. Did not selected 1 of 9.
Let's
Approach
have a
0,
look.
2 of 9.
Approach 0.
Items view list. End.html not selected 1 of 3. Lost.html. Start.html 3 of 3.
Start.
Approach 0. Google Chrome. Approach heading level 1. This is the start of the link maze.
This is the start of the link maze.
Hit tab to go through the available links.
Tab to go through the available links.
Link get lost in the maze. Link go directly to maze end. Link stay at the start.
Get lost in the maze, go directly to maze end, stay at the start.
Link get lost in the maze. Link go directly to maze end. Link stay at the start.
Yeah,
Hit tab
looks
to go.
good so far.
Get lost in the maze. Link.
Let's get lost.
Approach 0. You're lost in the maze. Link go to the end of the maze. Go to the end. Toolbar. File menu. Approach toolbar. Approach 0 document. Go to the end of the maze. Link.
Alright.
Approach 0. You made it out. Link go back to the start. Visited. Link get lost in the maze. Link go back to the start. Visited. Link get lost in the maze again. Document busy. Approach 0. This is the start of the link.
Looks fine to me and with NVDA, honestly. Not sure what the problem is.
Visited. Link get lost in the maze. Visited. Link go directly to maze end. Visited. Link stay at the start.
Let me see the documentation for approach 0.
Visited. Hit tab to go.
Oh, I don't have that open anymore, man. Oh,
This is the start of the link maze. Heading level 1 start. This is the hit tab to go through the available links. Visited. Link get lost in the maze. Visited. Link go directly to maze end. Approach 0. Visited. Link go back to the start. Visited. Link get lost in the maze again. You made it out.
Oh.
Heading level 1 end. You made it out.
Okay.
Visited. Link get lost in the maze again. Approach 0. Visited. Link go. You're lost in the maze. Heading level 1 lost. Visited. Link go to the end. Visited. Link go to you're lost. Heading level 1. Heading level 1 lost. You're lost. Visited. Link go to the end of the maze. Visited. You're lost in the maze. Visited. Link go to the end of the maze. Visited. Link go to the end of document busy. Approach 0. Visited. Go back to the start. Visited. Link. Approach 0. Visited. Link go directly to maze end. Visited. Link hit tab to go through the available link. This is the start of the link.
Yeah, it would do that because it's trying to take you back to the... That's actually kind of interesting. It's trying to take you back to the next interactable, which you don't want in this case because you just want it to read from the top again. That is one of those things... That is one of those things that you sort of just get used to, honestly. I don't even know how VoiceOver would handle this. And I don't even want to know how Linux handles this. But yeah, on NVDA, what it's trying to do is keep you within the interactables, which is actually really distracting in this particular case. Interesting, yeah. And VoiceOver probably would too, because it's a little bit more aggressive about taking you to the top of the page. But yeah, no, I can see how this would be tricky. Let's try approach 1. Curious now. Let's go to start. Narrator is there. That's what narrator is.
Speech mode. Rate 50. Rate variant read.
Yeah, turn that music down a tiny bit.
Stream
It's a bit
set.
much. There.
Approach 1 document. This is the start of the link. Heading level 1 start. Get lost in the maze link. Go directly to maze end link. Stay at the start link visited.
Okay, so
Toolbar file. Approach go directly. Stay at the start link visited.
consider this a visited link. That makes sense because that just goes where we currently are. Interesting. Let's go
Get lost in the maze link.
get lost in the maze.
Approach 1. Heading level 1 lost. You're lost in the maze. Link go to the end of the maze. You're lost in the maze. Link go to the end of the maze. Link go to the end of the... You're lost. Heading level 1
So
lost.
when you don't have visited links,
You're lost in the maze.
it does read the entire
go to the end of the
thing.
maze.
If you go to the end,
Approach 1. Heading level 1 end. You made it out. Visited. Link go back to the start. Visited. Link get lost in the maze again. You may visit link go back. Visited. You made heading level 1 end.
yeah, so that one seems okay.
Go back to the start link visited.
Go back to the start.
Approach 1. Visited. Link get lost in the maze. Visited. Link go directly to maze end. Visited. Link stay at the start. Hit tab to go through.
And now it does it again. Yeah,
Heading
so
level 1 start.
that's very much sort of an NVDA gimmick, I'd almost say. Like it's trying to be helpful in like you were in a menu, you went back, so you probably want to like keep going where you were starting from. And it's one of those things that when you start thinking about them, it's like, yeah, that's pretty messed up. But on the whole, it's just one of those things. I am so used to hammering like Control Home before I do anything else, or Shift 1 to hit like the heading 1 closer up. But yeah, that can be, it's interesting. No, not really. I think if you somehow manage to make all these links not be visited anymore, it'll do that. But apart from that, it doesn't, I don't think there's a way to just tell it to go to the top. Some screen readers just... Okay, let's have a look at those then. So, Preston asked if you can force it to the top. Not really. Unless you start managing focus like manually, which is what Jukia says is happening in approach 4 and 5. So let's have a look at those.
End.html. Approach 3 5 of 9. Approach 4. Items view list. Index.html not selected 1 of 1. Select.
Oh, this is just one page. This is an SPA.
Approach 4. Google Chrome. Approach 4. Heading level 1 start. This is the start of the link maze. Hit tab to go through the available. Get lost in the maze.
No, the thing with ARIA Live regions is, if you use ARIA Live regions, there's a couple like gotchas that are often not very well documented. For one, you need to have the ARIA Live container be on the page before you start using it. You can't just pop it into place and have it work. So you'd need like a separate div, usually outside even of your app root, that just you inject text to after the fact. But then if you wanted to like stick some kind of action in there, you couldn't. Yeah, no, atomic equals false for that. Or false or true, I always get them confused, but there's aria atomic to essentially force that when it wants to work, which it does not always do, to be fair.
Go directly to maze end button.
So there's a button.
You made it out, paragraph. Go back to the start button. This is the start of the link maze, paragraph. Get lost in the maze button. Go directly to maze end button. You're lost in the maze, paragraph. Go to the end of the maze button. Go back to the start button. This is the start of the link maze, paragraph.
This number 4 works pretty well with NVDA in the very least. Like, NVDA happily lets you focus those paragraphs. It did, yeah.
Get lost in the maze. Toolbar. Bookmark this tab. Approach for document. Hit tab to go through the available links. Button. Get lost in the maze button. Go directly to maze. This is the start of the link maze. This is get lost in the maze button. Toolbar. Bookmark. Approach. You're lost in the maze, paragraph. Go to the end of the maze button. You made it out, paragraph. Go back to the start button. This is the start of the link maze, paragraph.
And why is it doing that? Do you have a separate p tag for that? Let me.
Index.html. Checkbox not check line wrap. Find.
Let's see. Hit tab.
Less key greater hit tab to go through the available links. Less slash key greater 20. Less button data ref equals number lost greater get lost into 20. Less key 19. Less key equals start of index equals -1 greater. This is the start of the link maze. Less slash key greater.
So I can
19.
tell you why it's doing that. Basically, because you have the tab index on this one on line 18.
Less key equals start of index equals -1 greater. This is the start of the link maze. Less slash key
It's
greater.
gonna read that, but the end of the paragraph is here already.
19.
So if you start
Less
a
key
new
greater hit tab to go through the
thing,
available links. Less slash key greater.
technically it's new elements, so you would have to combine these in one
19.
paragraph if you wanted to read everything.
19. Less key greater hit tab to go through the available links. Less slash key greater.
That way it would read everything. It's a bit kludgy because then you have to make like positioning happen with CSS. But yeah, basically what people do for these kinds of things, G. Klein mentioned it, there is platforms that do this, but they don't really rely on auto read. Basically people have to explore these pages themselves. Because if you just wanted to read as you're pressing the buttons, you're gonna run into all sorts of interesting issues like you just found out. Yep, I can do that.
Zoom, 175% alert.
No, the interesting thing about React is that... The thing about React is that there's a whole entire new thing in accessibility land with SVAs like React and Vue.js, which is basically route the user's focus properly, and you don't get to be told when the page reloads because it technically doesn't. It just loads new stuff in. So at that point, what people often do is they'll just put a little aria live that says page updated or navigated to XYZ page. And then again, it's just up to the screenreader user to go explore what's changed. And that is probably good because that also allows them to read by line or by word or by paragraph, whatever they want to do. But yeah, if you want to like just have a game be speaking completely by itself without people having to read by themselves, you're gonna need some kind of game engine, honestly, that talks directly to the screen reader, which is, for example, what the Unity accessibility plugin does, or anything that uses things like the Talk plugin or the accessible output Python library. Not necessarily. Accessible output can Braille as well. Oh shit, there we go. My chair just broke. I fixed it. But yeah, no, accessible output can Braille, and NVDA now has a speech, what is it called? Speech history mode, where basically it's just gonna Braille everything it's going to say. Obviously that's not gonna help for everything. Yes, that is very true. If you ever need something tested, just poke me on Mastodon. I'm happy to look. But yeah, that's stupid. And same thing for JAWS, honestly. If you want JAWS, you're also looking at a couple $1,000 to get a proper license for that. Sounds good. Embed is a really interesting thing. Like, honestly, things like these kiosks for airlines need to be need to be more accessible because of stuff, because of the European Accessibility Act and various other things. No airline kiosk system that I know of, or like self-service kiosk, is accessible to the fully blind, at least not that I know of. Maybe there's a couple in America, and I know in Korea they have a couple of no, they are not. They're not here either. Like, if you want help with your sorry, Liz said that train booths in the UK apparently aren't accessible. Very true. None of these work well, and that's a problem because you see them more and more places. In the Netherlands, oh shit, we're getting a follower.
Speech mode off, speech mode off.
Power Skills. Oh, that's a name. Thank you so much for the follow.
Power Skills.
Yeah, no, basically these kiosks usually are a little bit too dumb to just run their own thing. That makes it hard. That makes it difficult, but it's like anything touchscreen really doesn't usually work very well. Yeah, that's a tricky thing. Like, usually it is browser stuff under the hood. So you'd almost make some kind of app that just through a QR code or something makes it be like a maybe some kind of like ad hoc local network that you can just get your thing in there. No, do not let you autoplay stuff. Thank you for the follow. Xithrian. Shithrian. Shithrian. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, that's a really big issue. I wish there was like a standard sort of protocol for, like, say, sort of an augmented QR code or something that just sort of sets up a connection with, say, an app and a kiosk, any kiosk, that then just sort of mirrors the screen. That would be cool. Decent pronunciation. Well, I'm glad. I'm not sure what languages it's meant to be in, so that helps. There you go. Welcome in, welcome in. I did not expect so many people today. But yeah, I've got completely turned around. We're about an hour in, and I haven't really discussed everything I wanted to discuss yet, but on the whole, yeah. Bliss says the ADA is enforced with lawsuits, and that's the problem. I mean, technology, again, it's the same what I said about the web, sort of just running ahead of its time and accessibility not really catching up. It's the same here. Like, we don't have a way to properly do touchscreen. Like, Apple last year tried to do this whole, what is it called? Point and say or something, where like you point at a touchscreen with your phone camera out and it tells you what you're pointing at, kinda. But that's like playing whack-a-mole with a touchscreen. It'll take forever. And you have people behind you in line. They also want to use the device. It's a whole problem. Over here in the Netherlands, how they solve this problem is there is these ticket counters. No, don't do that. I will have to come hunt you down and blast you with a lightsaber to make you see the error of your ways. No, the tricky bit is that, yeah, there's just no way to do it yet. People haven't thought, and now we're with all these touchscreens and washing machines and stoves and ovens, for fuck's sake. You have your hands covered in flour and you're gonna like manipulate a touchscreen oven. Back right off. Like, who came up with that idea? Anyway, that's the tricky bit. Like, it's just technology running ahead and leaving people behind, and that is a shame, but it's also, yeah, we're gonna have to see how it goes. In the Netherlands, how they solved this with the touchscreen thing, we have this system called the OV chip card, which is basically an RFID scanned card that lets you check in and check out of public transport things. And to recharge, you need to put money on that. You have to go to like a big touchscreen machine, and way up high, where a lot of people couldn't even reach, there was this little thing in Braille that had like 3 digits on it. You were then supposed to call a number on your phone, wait in line for people to, you know, pick up the phone. then give them that number. They would essentially remote control that device that you're standing in front of, and then they would do the interactions for you. Where I'm like, you couldn't just make some kind of like really dumb app to do that yourself? Like what? It's a whole entire thing. People forget. Good example. I have a washing machine that I use the remote function on to use my phone. Pretty much like a smart home app. I use the remote app, and there's like a little button at the bottom right on my washing machine to turn the remote mode off and on, because it's not always on. You need to turn it on. So first hurdle, find that button. Second, first hurdle, know that button even exists. Second hurdle, find the button. The third hurdle, that button only works in one particular mode, and you can't see which one, if you're a blind person. So you have to just dial the knob until the error sound becomes a "hey, we did it" sound, and a door locks on you. And then we have it works. And then the funny part is that it's also right next to the play button to start a program. So if you misclick, your washing machine's gonna do something, and you won't know what. It's gonna wash your laundry somehow. What's list say? Something about a card. In the Greater Toronto area, we have the Presto card. There's a website as well as a mobile app and kiosks. Okay, prestocard.ca/en. This is absolutely fascinating. Okay, so PowerSkill says this is absolutely fascinating. How do you process our messages from chat? I have a bot, Firebot, that's basically telling me everything that's being said. It also empowers you guys to do various things using commands. That's how you can do like coffee donations, and there's a couple informational commands and a couple of other things. But yeah, that's how that works. In my gaming streams, I have like a lot more bots and things going on. This one is pretty sober. I only made affiliate like a few days ago, so I don't have all the fancy extensions yet. The Zersiax channel has more stuff going on. It has like the Tangile overlays and the like Pokemon community stuff. It's pretty fun. But yeah, this is pretty much just me. So yeah, we have this thing open. So let's close this page here. Let's go do a few things with the screen reader. We've sort of covered the basics, honestly. There's a couple more things, but not much else to it. So let's just go look at which one shall we do first? Let's do CodeCombat. No. Let's do Screeps first. Screeps is an interesting one. Let me find the link. So I'm really glad that I just have, science and technology as my category, because I want to go through a couple things and I don't really want to keep changing my shit. Screeps is SCREEPS. It's scripting for creeps. That's their tagline. So I guess they know their audience. Let's see, Screeps. Screeps is this sort of... We're not going to be able to play it. I know it's not very accessible. We'll see how far we get, honestly. I'm pretty sure you need to see the map to actually play this properly, but let's just go there and see how we do. So... Right now, you guys can't hear the screen reader because I can't hear the screen reader. I have it set to just Braille. It's a little easier when I'm talking to not have another thing talking at me the entire time. Where did Chrome go? Oh, there it is. There. This is Screeps.
Speech mode navigation landmark checkbox not checked. Checkbox not checked. Link status. Checkbox not checked.
First example, checkbox not checked. We have a value, not checked. We have a role, checkbox. We don't have a name. We have no idea what this checkbox does. Let's press it.
Checked. Checkbox link status. Link docs.
Something happened. I don't know what. Probably a dark theme or something.
Link blog. Link forum. Link signed graphic main list. MMO sandbox game for programmers. Grab navigation landmark link sign in.
Alright,
graphic
so
main list. MMO sandbox game for
MMO
programmers.
sandbox game for programmers. Unlabeled graphic. To get missing image descriptions, open the context menu. Oh, there you go.
Link is up.
Oh, is that a bot checker?
Clickable and label.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Link is up. Follow us.
Yeah, G-Client says 412 violation. Yeah, 412 is the WCAG criteria name role value.
Link to follow us. Link Twitter. Link Facebook. Link Discord. Main landmark. It means scripting creeps.
It mean okay. So it says here it means scripting creeps. It's an open source game for programmers wherein the core mechanic is programming your unit's AI. You control your colony by writing JavaScript. I am using a braille display, yes, but I'm not using the speech. I'm using this thing. But I'm also using speech, as you can you hear that?
NVDA settings, audio,
You
normal.
can, yeah.
Scripts, MMO
As you
strategy.
can hear, that's also happening when I'm not using speech. I'm using braille. When I'm not using braille, I'm using speech, and sometimes I use both in tandem.
Union MMO real-time sandbox with huge persistent world. Link view on Steam. Link live demo.
Be on Steam,
Link no
live
registration
demo.
required.
Let's just go do the live demo. No registration
soon.
required.
Link live demo.
Live demo.
Scripts, main landmark unlabeled.
Meep. Where are we at?
Clickable main navigation landmark link season world.
Season
Persistent
world. Persistent
Link overview.
world. Overview. I have no idea what we're doing.
Link world. Link inventory. Link market.
Is there
Link
a
documentation.
tutorial
Visit
or
link current link public
something?
test realm.
Tutorial?
Link messages. Link report a problem. Link forum. Link Discord. Link GitHub. Link Twitter. Link Facebook content. Link bullet. Link privacy policy. Banner in this man debug it. In this mode your script runs not.
This mode, your script runs on a not on the server, but locally on the machine, so that you can pause and debug
Link
it.
tutorial.
Tutorial.
Visited.
Exactly what we needed. Fantastic.
Visited link learn link view scripts on GitHub. Link link once.
All right.
Clickable one.game UI and basics.
Okay, I'm cheating a little bit. I've seen up to this point, so we're just gonna open this, the game UI thing, and then we're gonna see how we do.
Blank mode full is active.
Alright,
True
so
user disabled.
that's a
File mode full
grammar
is active.
thing. Let's go. Sir.
Clickable and link. Clickable sign in
Up
direct
here
button
and then
button
see
button
what
button
it
simulation room
says.
button.
So we have a
Button,
couple
button,
of unlabeled buttons right here off the
button
top.
button 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 view slash view button button.
Super fantastic. Button but off.
View button.
We have a view button. We don't know what we're viewing. That's another really interesting thing. Make your labels non-context dependent in the sense that I'm sure it's very, very visually apparent what we're viewing if I were to press this button. I don't know though.
View slash pan button.
View pan. I'm assuming we're looking at a map,
Toolbar bookmark this text view button button
but
button.
that's an assumption.
Button button.
It's
button.
here up in the. Can I tell you? Looks to be sort of in the left on the left side somewhere in the middle ish.
Button. Left click scripts document.
Just clicked one.
Main navigation landmark list switch to season world link. Link season world. Visited link public link messages link report link forum link Discord.
What's happened?
No next edit link face content link bullet link privacy blank mode full is active. Toolbar view site address insert view site script terms of service link main nav Twitter link GitHub link. Times your script will be saved, but your simulation progress will be lost. Are you sure? Cancel OK section.
Okay, well, okay, bye.
Times your script will be saved. Banner link. Clickable sign in or
Yeah,
register.
we're not gonna sign in. You're sign in or
Clickable.
register.
Button view slash pan button view. Button speed. Visited link button cursor. X, Y, terrain.
There's an interesting thing that we can show here off as
Speed
well.
off.
Usually when there's a modal like that and it's not focusing, and it's not covering, and it's not actually nixing away the DOM for the rest of the document object model, I can still read what's behind the modals a lot of the time, and it seems to be what's currently going on. Double modalception. So what I see is this is a hide show for something. There's a new window, there's a script, console, and a memory, and a thing. Yeah, it's broken. That's it. We're done.
Speed your script will be saved, but your simulation progress will be lost. Are you sure? Button times.
Okay, so it looks like there's just a prompt that says
Your script will be saved.
Your script will be saved, but your simulation progress will be lost. Are you sure?
Cancel button.
Cancel.
Button scripts
Well,
document.
that one's gone.
Clickable link bullet. Link privacy policy link bullet link domain link Discord link forum link visit link market link world link over persistent link season world link switch to link I forgot my password link create a button sign edit protect password edit email use heading level 2 clickable button click heading level 2 sign in.
Can we get rid of the sign
clickable
in?
new module name edit. Click heading level clickable. Heading level 2 sign in. Clickable main navigation landmark link switch to.
Yes, we can. I was
Speed
able
off.
to dismiss the sign in button by pressing the clickable. And a clickable is what happens when you don't have a value, a role, or a name. There is no name, no value, no role, but NVDA somehow figured out that there is some kind of clickable event there. And I just pressed it to make the modal disappear, which is probably going to be an icon of a cross or a time symbol or some other icon that says this closes the thingy, and we're done. Hacking stuff is coming back up tomorrow. We're doing the last few Try Hack Me Junior Pen Testing Path web challenges, which are really anything but, honestly. I'm gonna skip. I'm not okay. For the people who are currently here, I'm refusing to do the I think it's the CSRF challenge in that pathway because it's fucking awful. It uses like exploits that PHP 5.3 had, and it's just so tedious to do. So I'm doing that one off screen because I'm going to get really annoyed otherwise. I'll do the other ones on screen, but that one I'll just do off screen. There's no accessibility things either. It's just manipulating the address bar for the entire thing of it. So it's super boring. It's a really important vulnerability, don't get me wrong, so we'll cover it, just not with that room, because that room is awful. And then next week we're roasting, for the people who know, next week is the Burp Suite roasting episode, where I go ham on just how bad Burp Suite is accessibility wise. And then in the end we're going to do Zap Proxy and have a lot more fun. So I will tag Portswigger, because Portswigger has told me they'd fix it like 4 times and they still haven't, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to tag Portswigger and see if they join up. I don't think they will, but at least they'll be on their radar. I tagged CodeCombat and FreeCodeCamp in this today as well, so I need to cover those at least a little bit in case they want to check it out later. To go through all this bullshit first. Anyways, creeps I couldn't find on Twitter or on Mastodon, so they were not tagged. But let's continue on this thing.
Link persistent, link overview, link reporting forum, link distal, link GitHub, link link face content, link bullet, link private span, mode, full is active, mode, clickable content info, landmark, link bullet, banner link, clickable, button view /tab, button view.
Oh, is it just not gonna let me do it? Until I sign
simulation
in?
room, button speed, 1 to visited, link leave simulation, button cursor, XY, clickable /show, alt plus clickable new window, clickable link script, clickable edit multi-line, out of edit, click 2, clickable modules, object branch, visited link tutorial 1, button available, modules, clickable main.
Okay, no, it will.
New module name, edit.
So there's almost no semantic anything here. It's pretty much all clickable things that don't have a proper role. There's no semantic headings, no landmarks. This very much reminds me of a page that's like 10 years old, and I'm pretty sure that is what it is. So that's kind of fun.
Clickable button, clickable main navigation landmark, link switch to.
Main navigation landmark. Oh yeah.
Link season world, persistent world, link overview, link inventory, link market, link documents, visited, link current page training.
Any instructions? What am I meant to be doing?
Link public test, link messages, link report, link forum, link Discord, link GitHub, link Twitter, link Facebook, content info, landmark, link terms of service, link bullet, link privacy policy, land, mode, full is active.
Nothing.
User disabled.
All right.
Clickable new mod, clickable button.
Refresh.
Streams.
Can I have? Okay, Jukia, thanks for coming in. Hope this was somewhat helpful or fun or educational.
Link terms of service.
And yeah, drop by again sometime. Tell your cat, your dog, your hat, your hog, anything you'd like to come zip by sometime.
Visited link documentation. Visited link current page. Clickable, your script will be saved, but your simulate button can't clickable button, cancel button, okay. No next graphic.
Leave.
Okay button. Link once. Link modify the landscape. Link custom. Link with a link try your scripts in a simulate training. Visited link tutorial. Tutorial learn basic game concepts step by step. Visited link new scripts on GitHub. Link training. Click don't know how to code in Java. Clickable 4. Clickable 1.game UI and basic scripting.
So it says game UI and basic scripting. I'll press this again. Does that bring the
banner link? Clickable sign in red clickable. Edit multi-line. New module name edit. Email or username edit.
Yes.
Email or username.
Yes,
Edit level 2 sign in. Clickable. New module clickable main. New mod clickable. Heading email edit. Password edit for buttons link link I forgot my clickable. Welcome to Streams.
So there's a thing here that says, okay, I'm just gonna read it out loud because I'm not sure if I'm going to press the button again, it may disappear. So I'm just gonna read this. Welcome to Screeps. This tutorial will help you learn basic game concepts step by step. You can take it later, but we strongly advise you to do it now before you start a real game. If you experience any performance issues, please note that Screeps is best played in Chrome browser. Well, we are in Chrome, so that's good. Screeps is a game for programmers. If you don't know how to code in JavaScript, check out this free interactive course. Is that going to go to FreeCodeCamp?
Speech mode. Untitled Google Chrome catalog home Code Academy Google Chrome catalog.
No CodeCademy. Okay. I mean, I will get to you guys at some point. I'll get to you, just not right now. Okay, start.
Start button. Button, Screeps document, clickable, button next. With this button, remember that if you link create a new account. Remember that if you accidentally close a hint window in the tutorial, you can always open it again. With this button. Remember that if you accidentally close a hint window in the tutorial.
If you accidentally close a hint window in the tutorial, you can always open it again with this button.
Button next, clickable main navigation landmark, link switch to.
I kind of want to get rid of that sign-in window, but I'm scared that if I will do that, I can't get the hints back.
Button, bullet, link game word document, object in the center, other with exits. Let's begin. This is a link I forgot my password. Let's begin.
Let's begin. This is a playing field called a room. In the real game, rooms are connected to each other with exits, but in the simulated mode, only one room is available to you. The object in the center of the screen is your first spawn, your colony center. Okay.
Bullet link game world. Button next. Bullet link button next. Button Screeps stop button. Click you play by link I forgot. Link create a new account. Link how you play by writing code.
You play by writing code in the panel in the bottom of the screen. Click the console tab. Got
Button.
it.
Street stop. Clickable main persistent world. Link. Link switch to. Link. I forgot my password. Link. Create a new link. I for clickable link. C persist. Link over. Link word. Link input. Link mark. Link document. Visited. Link public test. Link message. Link report a problem. Link forum.
Okay, so
Link report a
now the
problem.
hints
Link.
are
Link. I forgot.
gone.
Link.
I
Create a
now
new button.
feel a
Silent.
little bit more
Password.
safe to
Edit.
close
Email. Heading left.
this,
Clickable. Clickable. Button. Clickable.
this here again.
Clickable.
There, that's
Clickable.
gone.
Clickable. Link. Season world. Persistent world.
And it says we have to go to the console tab.
dialog.
I don't want to go searching for, so I'm just going to control F that.
Clickable link console.
There's the console
Edit
tab.
multi-line selected.
I did it. Now what?
Out of edit. Clickable. You can enter your code in this field. It will run once.
You can enter your code in this field. It will run once. Type anything in this field and press enter. Okay, got
Button.
it.
Streets. Clickable main navigation. Navigation landmark. Link. Season. Links with clickable. Edit multi-line.
Well, you said
Edit
it.
multi-line selected.
Anything.
Out of edit. Clickable. Your command returns a response.
Your command returned a response or execution error in the console below. All output is duplicated into your browser console.
Can open and close the bottom panel by
And
pressing Alt
open
plus Enter.
to close the bottom panel by pressing Alt Enter.
Now we'll write something real.
Now we'll write something
Button
real.
next. Clickable. Clickable main navigation. Navigation landmark. Link switch to.
Okay, where is the output?
Link C persist. Link over. Link word. Link
Let's
link mark.
find
Link
it.
visited. Link public message. Link report. Link forum. Link disk. Link GitHub.
I can already
Link
see
Twitter.
that the editor is not accessible, by the way. I'm pretty sure it's code mirror again.
Link face content. Link full. Link privacy policy.
saw last
Mode.
week.
Mode. Full mode. Full. Click link. Clickable. Clickable.
So where
Blank. Button.
is
View slash button.
the
Button.
actual
Button. Button.
output?
Button. 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 Simulation
Can
room.
we
Button.
access
Buttons
it?
visited. Button cursor. X. Y. Terrain. Clickable. Clickable. Light slash show. Alt plus clickable. New window. Clickable link script. Clickable link. Clickable button. Anything. 10:23:07 p.m.
Yes, we
Button.
can,
Button.
but it's above the thing. Okay,
Anything.
so it says anything, and it says 10:23. Okay, anything is not defined.
Edit multi-line.
Well,
Out of edit. Clickable. Your command returns a response. Blank.
too bad for you. So it says your command returns a response or execution error in the console below. For us, that's actually above.
Into
So
your browser.
that is
Can open and
something
close. Now
to
we'll write something.
keep
Button
in
next.
mind. And then, yeah, this is very
Switch document.
meant to be like a
Button. Got it.
geeky.
Clickable. Game. Clickable. Edit multi-line. Out of edit.
Okay,
Clickable.
what
Game.
am I
Dot
meant to
spawn.
do?
Spawn. 1. Dot spawn. Creep. Word. Carry. Move. Harvester 1.
Spawns, left bracket, spawn, right bracket, dot spawn, creep, left paren, bracket, work, carry, move, harvester.
Zoom 110% alert. Zoom. Zoom. Zoom 175%
Oh, that's
alert.
interesting. It keeps changing it every time I open a new tab.
Button. Got it. Clickable. Game.
There's
Dot
your,
spawn.
there's
Spawn.
your
1. Dot.
font. Okay, this whole entire this is why I don't like JavaScript right here. This line. We have, what is this even? We have an array. we have an object, and we call a function on it with as an argument. It is it looks like an array of random constants, and then I guess a name. So what? I can run this code here. This
Game
whole
dot
line
spawn.
of code.
Game. Dot spawn. Spawn 1. Edit multi-line.
Thing is,
Edit multi. Blank. 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 Blank.
There you go.
Blank.
we cannot read code in this field. So this is already where I would normally, if I can't be fucked to do anything, this isn't where I would stop, because right now I'm already seeing I cannot read my own editor. So I'd have to go in another editor, type the code out, paste it back in here, run it like
Paste.
this.
Out of edit code. Bullet link structure. Spawn. Dot. Bullet link documentation. Hint below. Important. Create a worker who can address your skills. Describe the your spawn. Create clickable. Clickable. Edit multi. Out of edit. Anything is not defined. 10:23:07 p.m. Anything. Button. Button.
Okay, did we get any
Anything.
code for
Anything.
that?
Edit
We
multi-line. Out of
did
edit.
not
Clickable.
get any
Your spawn
output
creates
for
new units called
that.
creeps.
Your
By its method spawn
spawn
creep.
creates new units called creeps by its method spawn creep. Usage of this method is described in the documentation. Each creep has a name and certain body parts that give it various skills. You can address your spawn by its name the following way. Game.spawns spawn. Okay. So I guess in this case we would have to do harvester. Create a worker creep with the body array work, carry, move, and name harvester. The name is important for the tutorial. Oh, we just did that. You can type the code in the console yourself or copy and paste the hint below. That's what I did.
Bullet link structure spawn code. Edit multi-line. Out of edit. Clickable. Game. Dot spawn. Spawn 1. Dot spawn creep. Work. Carry. Move. Harvester 1. Button. Got it. Clickable. Clickable main navigation. Navigation landmark. Link switch to. Clickable. Button. Got it. Streets document. Streets document. Clickable. Clickable main navigation. Nav link switch. Clickable. Edit multi-line. Out of edit. Anything is not defined. 10:23. Anything. Button. Button. Clickable link memory.
So what?
Edit multi-line.
I paste
Edit multi-line
it
selected.
here.
Paste.
There. Go do it.
Out of edit. Game. Dot spawn. Spawn 1. Dot spawn creep. Work. Carry. Move. 0. Edit multi-line. Out of game, anything is not defined.
Okay,
Game
it
0.
says 0, which I guess means we did it.
Edit out of edit, clickable main navigation, land, link, season, world.
But now my hint's gone.
Link over, link, 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 market, link,
And
doc,
that's
visit,
pretty
link,
much
public,
all I
messages,
wanted
link,
to do
order,
for this
link, forum,
particular
link,
thing,
mode,
I
clickable
think,
content, info, link,
because
bullet.
it's awful.
Fast link, clickable, clickable, land, button, view slash button, view, button.
It's not good.
Clickable link script.
You can play it. Don't get me wrong. This is doable. It's just not fun.
Clickable link console. Out of edit, grace, edit multi, out of edit 0. Edit out of edit, grace, now.
Great. You now have a creep with the name Harvester that you can control. Next.
Groups documents, button next.
Let's see when we get actually stuck, because I'm pretty sure at some point you're gonna have to know what you're looking at. I was playing CodeCombat earlier, and there's like a little avoid the spikes thing, which doesn't work because you don't know where the spikes are. So you don't have collision detection code. You can't just do, you know, if in front of you, if spike dot in front of you, go left or something. You have to actually look at the map and decide, okay, this is how we do it. And that's fine. I can't really blame that. Like, you can write a description. That's what Swift Playgrounds does, for example, but yeah.
You can edit multi-line. Out of edit, you can see all the...
You can see all the characteristics of your creep or other objects by utilizing the view action. Okay.
Clickable main navigation, link, season, world. Links, clickable, button next.
Next.
Button, scripts, button, hide the editor panel, edit multi-line. Out of edit, hide the editor panel, with Alt plus enter, and select your creep with
Alt enter and select your creep with the help of the view action. Okay,
button, scripts, edit multi-line. Out of edit 0. Game.spawn, was 0, edit multi-line.
This
Edit
is
multi-line.
going away.
Out of edit, clickable main navigation, edit multi-line. Out of edit, game.spawn, 1.
Except it's still here for the
Anything is not
visual
defined.
screen reader
10,
users.
23,
I'm not
0,
sure if
7
that
PM,
actually
anything.
even work.
Button, clickable link memory. Clickable link cons, clickable link script, clickable new window, clickable live slash show, clickable. X, Y, button cursor. Visited link, button speed. 1 visited link, leave simulation. Button, simulation, button.
I think this is where we get stuck, because I'm pretty sure you might
Button view slash add button view.
Oh wait. View.
Clickable. Banner landmark, clickable sign in register.
Okay, I
Clickable.
added view, now
Button
what?
visited, button X, Y, terrain, clickable new window, clickable link, button, anything. 10, 20, anything is game.0, edit multi-line, out of edit, clickable link, season, world, persistent world.
Okay, yeah,
Link
we're
overview.
stuck, because at
Link
this
world.
point I don't know how to actually make it view
Oh,
that
that-
particular thing. I'm assuming you need to click it or something.
Click space.
So,
Clickable sign in register.
so much for Screeps. There's a couple other things we can look at. There's FreeCodeCamp, there is Warrior.js, and there is CodeCombat. Let's do FreeCodeCamp for a little bit of actual positivity. Is beta.freecodecamp.com still a thing?
select. Beta.freecodecamp.com selected.
No, doesn't look like it. Okay. So let's just go look at regular FreeCodeCamp. Uh-oh. I can't move. FreeCodeCamp.
selection. FreeCodecamp.com selected.
No, there
Clickable
you
mode.
go, Quincy. I'm covering your thing.
Clickable content info landmark link
Let's
copyright
see,
top panel link skip the consent primary navigation landmark search. Edit search 10,000 button submit search terms. Link graphic FreeCodeCamp curriculum.
Okay, first thing we see is a graphic that says FreeCodeCamp curriculum. What alt text is that even?
Button collapse change language.
All right, well
Button
anyway.
collapse menu. Link sign in. Main landmark heading level 1 learn the code for free.
Can we not sign in? Actually, let me make sure that we have Zoom.
Zoom 110% alert.
Okay, so
Text
every
smaller
time I go
button.
to a new page, I have to zoom again.
Zoom
There you
200%
go.
alert.
Oh, that's too much.
Zoom 175% alert.
This'll do.
Zoom 100 banner landmark primary navigation landmark button collapse menu.
Menu.
Expanded. Link donate. Link curriculum.
Donate
Link forum opens a new window.
forum opens a new
Link news
window.
opens a new
Friendly
window.
to tell me that news.
Link radio
save
opens a
me
new window. Link news open link contribute opens a new window. Link forum opens a new window.
do
Link curriculum.
curriculum.
Learn the code for free. Coding courses.
See how far I can get without signing in. I don't really want to sign
Banner
in.
landmark link skip the consent primary navigation landmark.
Okay, so in this particular, it fired an ARIA live that said navigated to FreeCodeCamp curriculum. I skipped it with control, but it was
Main landmark welcome to FreeCodeCamp's curriculum. Heading level 1.
Yay.
Please slow down and read this.
Please slow down and read this.
FreeCodeCamp is a proven path to your first software developer job. More than 40,000 people have gotten developer jobs. Rate variant read. Rate 45 companies like Google and Microsoft. If you are new to programming, we recommend you start at the beginning and earn these certificates to earn. You can add these certificates if you practice
Yeah,
and
blah,
understand.
blah,
If you
blah. Okay, so
FreeCodeCamp's YouTube channel link. If you want to
I don't
puzzle, you
want to see
also
your YouTube
the
channel.
FreeCodeCamp forum link.
Mm-hmm.
Sign in to save your progress. It's free
I
link.
don't want to sign in.
Heading
I
level
just
2 earn
want
free
to
verified
start.
certifications with FreeCode. Graphic 1 link responsive web design certification. Graphic 2 link JavaScript algorithms and data structures. Graphic 3
Why is there a graphic that just has the alt text 1, 2, and 3?
link job graphic link graphic heading level 2 earn free
Could you
verified.
not just
Graphic
put
1
the number?
link responsive web design certification.
Anyway, let's press this
Banner
one.
landmark skip the content link primary.
We are now at that particular. Okay, it says navigated to responsive web design.
Responsive web design heading level 1. In this responsive web design certification, you'll learn the languages
And
and
this
develop.
you'll learn this navigated language that developers use to build web pages. HTML, hypertext markup language for context, and CSS. For content for Cascade for design.
First, you'll build a cat photo app to learn the basics.
Virtual design for cat
Techniques like
photo app.
start
Alright,
project, learn
let's
HTML
go.
by building a
Start
cat photo.
project, learn HTML building a cat photo app. Let's
Here's
go.
a preview of what you will build dialog. Clickable close button heading level 2. Here's a preview of what you will build.
Here's a preview of what you
Button
will
close.
build.
Cat photo app preview frame main landmark heading level 1 cat photo app. Heading level 2 cat photos. See more link cat photos in our gallery. Link graphic A2 orange cat lion on its back. Heading level 2 cat lists. Heading level 3 things cats love. Bullet catnip. Bullet laser pointers. Bullet lasagna. As details graphic a slice of lasagna on the plate. Caption cats love lasagna. Heading level 3 top 3 things cats hate. 1 flea treatment. 2 thunder. 3 other cats. As details graphic 5 cats looking around the field. Cat form heading level 2.
Not necessarily wrong.
Out of here.
Alright,
Button
so
close.
this is a preview. Let's close this out.
Landmark skip.
Can we go to the first challenge?
Clickable step 1 heading level 1.
Step 1.
Button collapse console but click HTML elements have an opening heading button expanded index.html
What do
editor.
we got here?
Red link responsive banner landmark button collapse menu.
They did add alt text for the cats, yeah.
Link sign in.
So the first thing I'm noticing, if you go to this
landmark,
heading
clickable
here,
step 1 heading
heading
level
1,
1.
step 1, we're going right past
Button collapse console button expanded hide the preview button collapse move the preview to a new window and focus it.
this stuff. Actually, the console looks useful. Let's turn that open.
Expanded. Clickable heading level 1 step 1. Button expanded index.html editor.
So we press the expand console button. We don't actually know where the console expanded on the page.
Breadcrumb navigation link responsive web design.
Usually with these kinds of expansion things, you want to keep those close together. That's not what they've done here. So let's see
Link
what
main
else
button
there is on this
expanded console
page.
clickable heading level 1 step 1.
Step 1.
HTML elements have an opening.
HTML elements have an opening and a closing tag with content in between. Here's a basic syntax.
HTML code example region less opening tag greater content less slash closing tag greater.
Okay, so they wrap this in a region. Interesting. So a named region is basically sort of a signpost for semantic assistive technology users. Basically, screen readers will say whatever the name is. So if
Out of region,
you
here is the
do this
basic
again, it'll say
HTML code example region less opening tag greater content less slash closing tag greater.
HTML code example region, and that means you can use the D key in most screen readers to jump between these areas. If we start doing that, we
Index
can
red
go
banner skip the content link no previous
up here
landmark.
to the
Primary skip the content link.
skip to content, which for some reason is its own thing.
Primary navigation landmark search.
You have the navigation, search,
Breadcrumb navigation landmark responsive web design
breadcrumb.
main landmark index.html editor button expanded.
the editor. Is that actually the editor?
Button expanded console button expand clickable heading level 1 step 1.
Yeah, and then there's your step 1. So yeah, there's a lot of ways to navigate this page. I usually just hit H1 to go to the heading 1, which is what most people will do, honestly. Still, it's just an instinct thing.
HTML here is the basic HTML out of region. The first element you will learn about
The
is the
first element you will learn about is the H1 element. The H1 element is a heading element and is used for the main heading of a web page.
HTML code example region less h1 greater is a main heading less slash h1 greater.
So while I like that you can go through the through the examples this way, I do think this gets a little busy at some point. So I don't know.
Out of region change the text of the h1
Change
element.
the text of the H1 element below from hello world to cat photo app. And watch the change in the browser preview.
When you are done, press the check
When
your
you are
code button.
done, press the check your code button to see if it's correct.
Editor content press alt plus F1 for accessibility options. Editor has autocomplete multi-line less HTML greater.
Okay, that alt +1 to enable accessibility options is a very big dead giveaway that they're
Editor.
using the Monaco editor here. What happens if I press that key?
Dialog. Line 3 column 1 in the code editor. To configure blank. Line 3 column 1 in the code editor. Line 3 column 1 in blank. To configure the editor to be
Configure the editor to be optimized for usage with a screen reader. Press Control E now.
blank. Pressing tab in the current editor will
Pressing
insert the tab.
tab in the current. Okay, let's do Control E.
Now changing the setting accessibility support to on. Line 3 column 1 in the code editor. The editor is configured to be optimized for usage with a screen reader. Pressing tab in the current editor will insert the tab character. Toggle this behavior by pressing Control plus M. Press Control plus H now to open the browser window with more information related to editor accessibility. You can dismiss this tooltip and return to the editor by pressing Escape or Shift plus Escape.
So this is good. I like that this is here. I like that it tells you there is more help. The help is not super great, but it's there at least. Let's just dismiss this.
Editor content press Alt plus F1 for accessibility options. Editor has autocomplete multi-line less H1 greater hello world less slash H1 greater.
So now we are meant to put the
Less left body
different
greater.
text in
Less
here and it'll work fine. Let's put something completely wrong in here and see if we can get the test output.
E-L-R-O double space O-L-L-E-H.
I see null super streamer
Less body greater. Less H1 greater I see no super.
because I'm super vain,
Less slash body greater less slash HTML greater.
super modest.
Out of editor button check your code.
Check
Control
your
plus enter.
code.
Running test. Test failed. Sorry, your code does not pass. Keep trying. The text cat photo app should be present in the code. You may want to check your spelling.
So this is actually new. So yeah, it says the test failed. Sorry, your code does not pass. Keep trying. The text cat photo app should be present in the code. You may want to check your spelling. What I wish they did, and maybe they do in the console. Let me go down.
Sorry, your code
here.
does not detect cat separator. Button reset. Challenge preview frame heading level 1 I see no super streamer. Mode full is active. Out of frame.
Okay, here's the console running
The text cat
test.
photo app should be present in the code. You may want to.
The text cat photo app should be present in the code. You may want to check your spelling. Okay.
Your H1 elements text should be cat photo is not between the your H1 elements.
The H elements text should be cat photo app. You have either omitted the text, have a typo, or it is not between the H1 elements opening and closing tags.
/ test completed.
Test
How to recently
completed.
navigated to
Why
learn HTML.
don't you just show me the failing test, guys? Like, obviously I know what I did wrong here, but why can't I see wanted X and I got Y? That is exactly what a unit test is supposed to do. And I love that they try to explain it for people who are not used to that kind of output. It's good that they do that, but I would just love to just you have the output. I know how unit tests work. You get this logged. Why can't we see it? Like, show me what the problem is. Don't devsplain this to me. Just show me the stupid error. Okay, yeah, I wish I just said, hey, we were looking for cat photo app and we found dog photo app. What are you doing? Like, oh no, like just show me the thing. Did I forget to do the thing again?
Zoom 175%.
No, I did
Zoom
not.
100.
Okay, so it's fine. But yeah, that's something I wish they did here. That's been a bit of a beef with me and FreeCodeCamp for a while. Show me the stupid error output. But on the whole, accessibility wise, really, this is fine. The instructions are usually pretty bite-sized. The editor works with the screen readers. Does it autocomplete?
Main landmark
Like
clickable
if I
editor.
start
Editor
giving
content.
it
List
random
body grader.
stuff, is it gonna
Less
throw a
HTML
bunch of
grader.
stuff at me? Let's try.
Less HTML. Less H1 grader. I see no super streamer line feed.
No, that seems to be disabled. Okay.
Space greater key less.
So yeah, it's not even gonna overwhelm people by throwing too much output at you. It'll do auto indent, it looks like, but it's not gonna do like brace. Maybe it does brace matching, but it doesn't do like tag matching in HTML, which I think is fine. Like when you're learning, that sounds like it'd be more distracting than anything else. Okay, it does do brace matching. That's good. Crescent says it does do brace matching. I trust Crescent's 1 year of experience in this editor more than me not having looked at it for a few years. So there you go. Yeah, I think this is a really good place to, like, I think some of their stuff is a little out of date, and I think they know that. They're working on like new curriculums as well for various things. I'm really curious what they're going to do with the React thing. But on the whole, experience-wise, I can't knock this. This is well done. And like a small disclaimer, I did help them a bit like 10 years ago-ish. Like, I essentially told them stuff didn't work when they were still using CodeMirror. And a couple years later, when VS Code became more accessible and Monaco became its own thing, I essentially urged them to switch to Monaco. And I think they were already going to do that, but then I told them it would be more accessible, and they sort of took that into advisement. So I helped a tiny bit, but they did most of it themselves. And I did not help with all the way that the ARIA Live tells you to test output and things. They did that by themselves. So yeah, good job, Quincy. And whoever else worked on this. You made me proud. You did good. I proud. Yeah, it used to actually be, if you were to go to the, I don't think this is here anymore, but there was this older HTML lecture on the audio attribute. If there was like an audio attribute lesson, and it had actually had like a sample of my screenreader on SoundCloud that you were embedding, and they would actually be like, hey, Xerxes is a camper and accessibility, and it's important. This is what screenreader sounds like. You listen, it's cool. I think that's gone. I don't think they're doing that anymore, but that was there for like a couple of good years. It always made me laugh, because when they changed that lesson, like when they fixed the typo or whatever, because they had me with an @ sign in that text, GitHub would actually tag me on GitHub when they did it every single time, like, oh, they fixed the thingy, or they made like a small code change, and I'd be like, why am I getting emails from GitHub about this? I wasn't involved with this, leave me alone. It was very fun. But yeah, pretty sure that they took that out with the new curriculum, so I'm no longer in there, unless you'll go through like the Wayback Machine. Oh well. Yeah, FreeCodeCamp, not bad. Not bad at all. What time are we at? It's 10:41. Let's go look at CodeCombat next. That's like a big one. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be very similar to Screeps, but let's see how we do. CodeCombat.com. I typed it in the editor because I'm a Chad. CodeCombat is this website that lets you do various Screeps-like experiences. Like you can go through a dungeon or some puzzle things. And it's meant to be like games to teach you how to code. Just when I last looked at it a few years ago, the accessibility was atrocious. And I don't think that a lot has changed, but let's have a look.
Speech mode top. Zoom 110% alert. Zoom 150% alert. Clickable navigation landmark. Clickable link graphic CodeCombat logo. Menu button collapse submenu educators. Link parents.
Educators.
Menu button collapse submenu play.
Play.
Clickable link Roblox account link. Heading level 1 now live on Roblox.
Now live on Roblox. Well, there you go.
Heading level 1 CodeCombat worlds.
Pretty sure that's inaccessible.
Unlabeled graphic to get missing. Clickable content info landmark. Clickable heading link mode. Full is active. Clickable link Roblox account link play now. Heading level 1 now live on Roblox. Dialog.
Right.
Clickable navigation. Menu live online coding classes powered by.
I wish Roblox was more accessible because it can actually be really good. Like Roblox was this weird sort of Minecraft, but not quite situation where you could make your own little mini games within an overall game-like world, and it had this whole entire ecosystem. I'm actually not sure where they are these days. Is that still like...
Navigation landmark. Clickable menu button collapse submenu flag United
Do
States.
people still play that?
Button sign up. Button login. Menu button collapse submenu play. Button login. Menu button.
I know they have more
Play
than
now,
just Roblox.
Link Roblox account link.
There. Dismiss that.
Mode. Clickable content info dialog. Clickable menu button parents.
Yeah, and Creepers.
Menu button login.
But yes.
Button sign up. Menu button collapse submenu flag United States. Live online coding classes powered by Play. Link sign up for a free trial class. Heading level 1 learn to code through the power of Play. Button I'm an educator. Button I'm a parent. Button I'm a student. CodeCombat classroom product overview video frame. Click a button volumes combo button enable full screen. Mode full is out of frame. Heading level 1 our innovative game based learning technology has transformed the way students learn to code. Tab heading level 1 game based learning.
Game-based
level 1 text-based
learning. Text-based coding. Oh, there you go.
Tab heading level 1 student impact. Graphic heading level 1 student impact.
I know.
Lesson slides link.
I know.
Explore
I saw
link.
more games with this. Was this?
And faster. Student facing link lesson slides and teacher facing notes make planning and delivering lessons easier. And link graphic is area classroom scene.
I don't think I'm in the right place, honestly.
Toolbar.
List of games.
Google.com/search Q equals click main CodeCombat. Coding games to learn Python and Java. Visited link CodeCombat. Visited link https//visited link.
Yeah, I'm on the right. I'm on the right website, but this looks completely
Code
different now. I looked at this on Edge a couple days ago, and it just looked.
Clickable. Our original game teaches real world skills through the power of Play. The scaffold heading level 2 CodeCombat classroom. Our original game teaches real system button explore CodeCombat.
Okay, explore
Check button explore CodeCombat. Heading level clickable heading clickable content info landmark clickable checkbox not checked. I agree to allow CodeCombat to store my data on US servers.
I don't want to
learn more
make
about
an
the possible
account.
blank button unavailable button back. Already have an account. Link sign in mode full is dialog clickable navigate dialog clickable
Oh, there's a cookie thing in the way.
Clickable navigate dialog clickable. Learn more about the possible risk. I agree to allow CodeCombat. Sign in link back button. Learn more about the possible. I agree to allow code sign in link. I agree to allow CodeCombat to store checked. Learn more about the possible risks link. Continue button. Learn. I agree to allow heading level 3 create teacher account.
I love that.
Clickable content info landmark link face copy clickable checkbox check.
I know, right? I don't want to make a teacher account.
Learn more about the possible risks.
Shoving this new classroom experience thing down my throat. I don't want that.
Clickable navigate dialog
Get out.
dialog.
Oh, now I can dismiss this. Look at that.
Deny cookies but allow cookies button.
Let's just allow cookies at least. Let's
Clickable
give them
navigation.
their cookies. There you go. Can I play around now, please?
Learn to code through the power of Play. Heading button I'm an educator.
I'm an educator. I'm a parent.
Button I'm a student.
I'm a student.
Heading level 1 our innovative game based.
Let's do. I'm a student. Hey.
Button enable full screen. Learn to code through the power of Play. Button I'm an educator.
What did you type?
Button I'm a student. CodeCombat out of frame button I'm a CodeCombat class out of frame but CodeCom clickable button volume combo button enable mode out of frame heading level 1 our innovative tab heading level 1 game based learning lesson slides link.
Or are they just going to
explore area
like,
link.
no.
Explore professional development link. Explore online classes link. CodeCombat home link. Explore partnerships link. Explore libraries link. Explore CodeCombat worlds link. Explore AI lead link. BPC logo graphic link.
Yeah, this used to be a whole entire thing, like where you could just play, and now they have to make this whole educational
logo graphic link. TechCrunch logo graphic C4 all code.ie award common sense media award logo.
Cool
Code.org logo Amazon future engine clever integration tag link. Contact us link. Funding resources guide link. The leverage heading level 1 is there a recommended browser and operating system. What is the AI level pod and what measures are in place? Content info landmark clickable company. Mode full is applicable already have an account link sign in. Clickable button play now. No, I don't have one. Button unavailable continue. No, I don't have one but want to play CodeCombat.
No, I don't have one to play.
Button play now.
Play now. There we go.
Clickable,
Okay.
clickable, visited link graphic CodeCombat. No next heading at level 1. CodeCombat has a classroom version. Heading level
I
4.
don't care
Visited link
about your
graphic CodeCombat.
classroom version. Go
Heading level 4 classroom version.
hump a chair or something.
Enter don't edit button. Want to create a class? Set up a class button. Create
No,
free.
I don't want to create
Heading
a
level 2
class.
Kicker Dungeon.
Get out.
Heading level 30/54. Play.
Play. What does this do?
Clickable button. Create free teacher account. Link dungeon. Link dungeon. Link dungeon.
Dungeon.
Link dungeon.
Dungeon.
Link dungeon.
Dungeon.
Link dungeon.
Dungeon.
Link dungeon.
Dungeon.
Link ingredient identification. Link dungeon.
Oh, did you say PDF file? Is that what you said? Because it doesn't like it when you say PDF file. Oh, this has music. Wait.
Start with Stream beats by Harris Heller. See play Spotify Premium. Play CodeCombat.
Look at that. It has like fancy pirate music.
Link dungeon.
Okay, so you said yeah, you said a shortened PDF. It doesn't like shortened PDF files. I don't know.
CodeCombat as a classroom version. Heading level 4. Visited link graphic CodeCombat. Heading level 4 classroom. Enter class code. Don't have edit button. Don't want to create a class. Set up a class button. Create free teacher link dungeon.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Create join button. Edit blank. Code toolbar. Bookmark this tab link. Edit join button. Create free teacher link. Link. Create free teacher
Does
link.
this make it go away?
Create free teacher join button.
No.
Create link.
This one maybe?
Link. Create join
I
button.
see a bunch of unlabeled links.
Edit blank. Don't have one. Enter class
We just
CodeCombat
did
as a
it,
classroom version.
so-
Heading level 4. CodeCombat.
Oh, look. There is an element. I'm looking at it now. There's an element right before the heading that says
CodeCombat as a classroom version. Heading level 4.
CodeCombat has a classroom version. It has no role. No, it has a value, but it's an icon. And the icon doesn't get spoken, so it's just this completely...
Left click. Play
there.
CodeCombat.
It's this completely empty seeming element.
Using your first variable to achieve victory.
And I did it.
Using your first variable. Heading level 3. Known enemy. Locked.
Known enemy. What?
Using your first variable
Using
to
your
achieve victory.
first variable to achieve
Arguments, basic
victory.
syntax,
Why
string
is it
variables.
locked?
Link dungeon. Argument using heading level 3 known enemy. Link dungeon. Heading level 3 known enemy. Using argument link dungeon. Link dungeon. Link dungeon. Kisker dungeon 0/51. Heading level mode. Full is mode. Full clickable heading button. Heading level 1 Kisker dungeon.
So I think
Button.
I got stuck here when I was
Button campaigns.
testing this as well.
Button
I
adjust
don't
volume.
know how to
Combo box English. US. Select sign up button. Login button.
actually start this.
Button achievements. Button heroes. Button items. Link clans. Button CodeCombat Premium. Link.
What's this do?
Play CodeCombat levels. Learn type.
Oops.
Clickable link junior. Link junior. Link junior. Link to visit clickable cookie policy. Clickable visited link graphic CodeCombat.
Link
junior.
dungeon, link dungeon. What's junior,
Junior
do?
link.
I just pressed
Gem square.
junior. Gem square.
Heading level 3 gem square. Locked. Surrounded by gems.
Surrounded by
Link junior.
gems. Okay, but how do I
Link
play
junior. Link
any
surround
of
heading
these?
level 3
They're
gem
all
square.
like, it says locked. Do I have to click it?
Left click. No previous. Unknown surrounded by gems. Heading level 3 gem square. Locked. E. Link junior.
Is it like
Heading
you have to
level-
do them in a certain order, but they're in the wrong order? Is that what this is? I'm kind of trying to figure it out, but I'm just not really seeing it.
Left click. Surrounded by gem. Link. Surround gems. Link. CodeCombat link visited. Link.
Do I click this link?
Left click.
At this point, I'm just clicking random things.
Link junior. Link junior. Link junior. Visited link graphic CodeCombat.
Okay, so it looks like when
Link
you
junior, link
press
junior.
these, it opens like
Shiny.
a little thingy.
Heading level 3 shiny. Locked. Look at all these gems.
Yeah, all of these are locked.
CodeCombat. No next heading.
I'm wondering
Oh,
if
heading
there
level
is
10
some
slash 82.
trick.
Heading level 1 CodeCombat junior. Heading mode full is active. Mode full.
Right?
Clickable cookie
It
policy.
looks like when you press one of these links,
policy.
it opens like a little. This is what it is.
Click link junior. Link junior.
thing,
Link
but
to
it
visited link graphic
doesn't
CodeCombat.
look like
Link
you're
junior.
actually able to.
Gem square. Heading level 3 gem square. Lock gem square. Heading level
To
surrounded by
then
gems.
play the level. I don't know what I'm
Heading level
missing.
3
Do I
gem
need to
square,
be
locked.
logged in? Why is this all locked? Okay, you know what? Maybe there's an onboarding flow. Let's make an account. Okay, let's make an account and see how we do. You've won, CodeCombat. I'm going to make an
Clickable
account.
cookie
And I'm
policy.
going to see if that tells me where the fuck I'm meant to go.
Clickable visited link clickable.
Also, what is this? Why is this back? I
Clickable
got
visited
rid of
dialog.
you.
Behind constant dialog. CodeCombat. Use the code allow cookies button. Clickable visited link visited link graphic CodeCombat.
Why is the cookie? Why is the
Zoom
cookie thing
200%
back?
alert.
Get out!
Zoom
Let's
150%.
see.
Link junior. Visited clickable cookie
Where do I
policy.
sign in? I
Mode
wanna
full is active.
Now I can't find it. It is dreadful.
Clickable
Yeah,
heading level
Khan
10 slash
Academy
heading
is
level
running
button.
pretty good. I
Button.
need to play
0
with
level 1
that on
anonymous.
this channel at some point. So yeah, it says 0, level 1, anonymous player. Let's make an account.
Login button. Sign up
We're
button.
gonna sign up for CodeCombat. Is that gonna open a modal that
Button.
we can't find?
Mobile clickable button back.
Yes, it is. Beautiful.
Button continue. Parents use your own birth combo box collapse here.
I need to play with it more. I know that it's a
No
bunch of
previous edit
accessibility
field.
fixes
Combo 5 for your
lately.
birthdays. Heading level 3 create individual. Clickable heading level
Okay,
10 slash
first
82.
thing,
Clickable heading level 3 create individual.
account.
Clickable enter your birthdays.
Enter your birthdays.
Combo box collapse month.
Okay.
Combo box January, February,
Now
March,
everyone's
April,
gonna know
May,
what my
June,
birthday is.
July. Combo 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, 18, 19, 20, 21. Combo
And now
2024.
doxing my
2023.
birthday.
2000,
Everyone is now
2001,
able to
1991,
identify
1992.
themselves as I see now.
Continue button.
Continue.
Clickable agree to allow CodeCombat.
What you want?
Create individual account heading level. Clickable checkbox not checked.
Checkbox not checked. Does it say?
Learn more about the I agree to allow CodeCombat to store my data on US servers. Checkbox not checked.
I still find it very funny that it says, I agree to allow CodeCombat to store my data on US servers.
Checked.
And then the next link is
Learn more about the possible
learn
risks.
more about the possible risks, which I find very funny. Yeah, it's very risky to store my stuff in the US these days.
I agree to allow code blank. If you do not want us to store your data on US servers, you can always keep playing anonymously without saving your code. Button continue.
Well, I tried, but it wouldn't let me. Yep, now you do.
But email address. Sign into
Email.
CodeCombat.com with Google.com dialog. Sign into CodeCombat.com with Play CodeCombat levels. Learn. Email address. Heading level 3 create individual account. Clickable email address. Edit submenu
Email
as autocomplete.
address. But I don't want to give you guys my email address. What was that new thing? Mail.ml? Let me see. Mail.ml, is that what it is? It's like a new minimalist temporary email
Mail.millimeters and
thing.
61 more pages. Mail.m. Mail.milli. Clickable mail.tm. Temp mail secure instant fast heading level 3 link.
Here we are.
Link mail.tm.
Mail.tm. How does that work? Do I get
Clickable
a...
consent message from the Out of frame main landmark finely tuned for maximum delivery speed. Ensure email edit read only Meriquill23 at capital.com.
Meriquill at 23 at FT.
Meriquill23. Play code.
Yes, this is my email
Paste
address.
blank. Username edit blank.
Username. I see null.
Password edit protected blank.
Password. Password.
Not in login at Google frame. Clickable in login at Google button mode. Full. Create account button. Clickable start playing button.
Oh,
Heading left, write down your username. Your account if you write down your heading level 3, clickable heading level
we
3,
have
create individual account. Clickable
It
heading level
says,
4 account created.
Account created.
Write down your login information in case you need it later.
Write
Verify
down
your
your
email.
login information in case you need it later. Verify your email so you can recover your account if you ever forget your password. Tip. Don't write down your username and password.
Heading level 5 email.
I mean, that is... Yeah, so it's an interesting one. View password buttons are kind of a modern thing. A lot of the times we still don't see them in places. Obviously, that they're hidden by default is a good idea because, you know, so you won't keep looking over your shoulder. And, hey, Windows recall.
Effects on. Effects off.
So, yeah, there is that. Thank you, Zach. Zach gave me a bunch of different, like, temporary things. I used mail.tm, which I'm pretty sure is one of those same ones. I don't think we actually need it to actually play. It's just to recover your password. So for this, it doesn't even really matter all that much. But
Button start playing.
Start playing. What's
CodeCombat.
gonna
Code
happen
games to
now?
learn Python. Clickable heading level 2 Hitler dungeon. Heading level 30/54. Play. Syntax, methods, parameters, strings, loops, variables. Heading level 3 web development 0/12. Heading level 4 locked. Learn HTML scripting. Heading level 3 game development 0. Heading level 4 locked.
This is locked.
Backwards forced. Heading level 2.
Backwards
Heading level 3
forced.
0/100. Heading level 3 locked.
This
If
is
slash
all
else, Boolean
locked.
logic, relational operators, web development 2 0/locked, heading level 4, game development 2 0/28, heading locked, no next, heading
So
level 4.
everything is locked except for Kithgard Dungeon. So let's go to
Cookie policy.
Kithgard
Clickable Kithgard
Dungeon.
heading level 3 play.
Play. Now what?
Clickable
We're
play solar
back
skirmish.
here.
Visited link graphic play solar skirmish.
Play Solar Skirmish.
Visited link graphic CodeCombat. Play link dungeon. Link dungeon. Link dungeon. Link dungeon. Link dungeon. Mode. Clickable heading level 1 0 heading level 1 button. Button. 0 level 1 link null button log out combo box collapse
Which
English.
one
Button
is
link clan
Solar
button link settings.
Skirmish?
Visited link. Link play. Rank up the AI league leaderboard before battle against your teammates and heading level 3 solar skirmish.
Oh, here.
Battle against your teammates.
Battle against your teammates and others as you use your best programming skills to earn points and... Oh, we played Plant vs. Zombies Game of the Year on the 12-hour stream a couple weeks ago on the Zersiak's channel.
Link play. Visited link.
But
Link
this
play.
is
Rank up the
another
battle against
game,
heading level
isn't
3
it?
battle rank link play. Visited. Mode. Click link face link code quest. Link privacy no link grants and funding resources. Resources heading level 1.
How can anyone find
company no
anything in
previous head.
this?
Click a cookie clickable join teams and get cool stuff. Heading left clickable more. Your game ranked. No ranked matches for the humans team. Play against blank. When. Opponent.
Okay,
Blank.
it
Result.
looks like this is not what we want. So let's go back to the dungeon thingy.
Clickable link dungeon. Link dungeon, link dungeon, link dungeon, link dungeon, link ingredient, link dungeon, link
And
dungeon,
what?
link
I
ingredient,
press this
ingredient
one?
identification,
Is
ingredient
this still
identification.
locked?
Heading level 3 ingredient identification, locked.
Yeah, everything is... Okay, so...
No previous heading.
I'm actually going to ask, is it visually apparent what we're meant to be clicking? Because I don't understand what we're meant to be doing here.
Clickable heading level 10
Does
slash
it
51.
like indicate on the map or something which one we're meant to
Clickable
be
visited link
clicking?
graphic play source link dungeon, link dungeon, link dungeon. Twisted Canyon. Heading level 3 Twisted Canyon, locked. Challenge, collect the basic syntax while loops, strings, variables. Link dungeon.
I'm glad it's not just me.
Known enemy. Heading level 3 known enemy, locked. Using your first arguments basic
So
link dungeon.
am I just supposed to click
Hack and dash.
all of these and one of
Heading
them
level
is
3
going
hack and
to
dash,
be
locked.
not
Display
locked?
arguments
Is
basic
that what
dungeon.
this is? Is that what we're
Red
doing?
door. Heading level 3 red door, locked. Speech mode off.
Master of names. That's also locked. I'm just gonna click these and see what we find. Pong pong. Locked. Ingredients identification. For some reason that one has a name. Okay. Cupboard of Keithgard. All of these are locked. Oh, look at that. Closing the distance. Practice. This one is not locked. I don't... Oh, no. Actually, this one? Yeah, no. All of these are locked. So if we go to the bottom, like you said, like right here. This is at the bottom for me. This is not really the bottom. What about here? No. Right down here, it just says level 1. Log out. I don't know. I can do like heroes and settings and things, but that's really all I can do. What's this? Illusion practice. Yeah, this is not working either. There. Oh.
Speech link dungeon. Heading 2 always one solution. Timing is of the essence. Heading level 3 crawlways of Kithford. 2 all arguments basic syntax. Link dungeon. Link dungeon. Link dungeon. Link dungeon. Visited button. Link clans button. 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 Visited link. Link button. CodeCombat premium. Link clans. Button items. Button heroes. Button achievements. Link settings. Ignore link.
Do I need to
Links,
make
button,
a
button,
hero
heroes.
first? Is that
Solar
it?
skirmish multiplayer arenas CodeCombat document. 0 level 1 link ignore button. Law button. Button. Heading level 1 Kithford dungeon. Heading level 1 0 clickable. Heading level 2 Captain Anya Weston.
Captain Anya
Anya is a
Weston.
no-nonsense leader.
Anya is a no-nonsense leader who isn't afraid to go in and get the job done. Whether it's defending a village, raiding an ogre base, or picking up shiny things. Difficulty, easy. Type,
Warrior.
warrior.
Weapons.
Weapons.
Swords, short range, no magic.
Swords, short range, no
Damage.
magic. Damage, health,
Speed.
speed.
Button. Clickable
We don't
programming
get
language.
to know, and there's two...
Combo box collapse Python. Default. Clickable Python. Default. Code format. Combo box collapse
Is
text.
that what I was supposed to do? Do I have to pick a hero?
Clickable text code. Default. Save. Mode. Full is active. Clickable save. Clickable heading level 1. Heading level 1 Kith button. Button. 0 level 1 link ignore button. Link clans button. Button.
Okay,
Visited
I
link.
picked a
Link
hero.
dungeon. Link dungeon.
Now can I do any of these?
Forgetful gemsmith. Heading level 3 Forgetful gemsmith. Locked.
Nope.
Clickable cookie pop.
Okay,
Clickable
guys,
placeholder
I give
skirmish.
up. I
Link
don't know
dungeon.
what to
Link dungeon.
do.
Link dungeon. Link placeholder. Link dungeon. Twisted Canyon. Heading level 3 Twisted Canyon. Locked.
I think there's a way to start this, but I don't. What if I just Google this?
Cool. Okay.
Kithgard dungeon code combat.
Google.com/search
Google?
Q equal.
It's out of the thing.
Click main clickable dungeons of Kithford heading level 3 link code combat. Link HTTPS.
We just go to. Okay, we're just gonna go to the
Link
first
heading
result
level.
on Google and see where we end up.
Code combat. Coding games to learn Python.
What is this?
Clickable
Where are we
goals.
now?
Clickable
Why
cookie
is the
policy.
stupid cookie thing back?
Cookie policy. Clickable goals. Dialog. Button denied. Button allow
Oh,
code.
because okay, I
Button
get
deny
that.
cookies.
Yeah, that
Allow
makes
cookies
sense.
button.
That's just the policy button that always makes that appear.
Clickable
Gotcha.
avoid list of goals.
So what?
Avoid the
Avoid
spikes.
the spikes. Okay.
Goal clickable cookie policy. Cookie policy. Click avoid collect the gem.
Collect
Graphic
the
dungeons of Kithford.
gem. Is there no music?
Guide your hero by
anymore?
writing a program with code.
Guide your hero by writing a program with code.
Write code in the editor on the right and click run
Write
when you're
code
ready.
in
Your
the
hero will
editor
read.
on the right and click run when you're ready. Your hero will read
Follow
it
your instructions.
and follow your instructions.
Move your hero down the hallway
Moving
without
your
touching the
hero
spikes on the
down
walls.
hallway without touching the spikes on the walls.
Button start level.
Start level.
Edit
So
multi-line blank. Read only.
what? What? Move down like this? It's talking to me.
Out of edit times. Clickable edit multi-line blank. Blank. Out of edit clickable number move towards the gem. Number don't touch the spikes. Number type your code. Hero dot move right.
Oh, hero.move. Oh, I did it wrong. Oops. Sorry.
Edit multi-line.
So I'm gonna
Line
have
feed
to
selected. Number move
copy
towards
all
the gem.
this out
Run
because it
dialog.
looks to be another inaccessible
Text notepad.
code editor.
Okay, number move. Number don't touch the
So it
number move
says
towards the gem.
move towards the
Number don't
gem.
touch the spikes.
Don't touch the gem.
Number type your
So
code
the
below and click run
spikes.
when you're
Type
done.
your code below and click run when you're done.
Blank. Hero dot move right.
Hero dot
Move
move
down.
right. Hero dot move down because I need
Oh,
to add
M.
hero dot
Hero dot move right.
and that is a small m
Hero dot move down.
and a big D.
Blank.
Yeah,
Blank.
there you go.
Blank. Number
Small
move
M and a
towards the
big D.
number.
Well then.
Dungeons of Kispers.
Hey, I'm busy, Jeeves.
Paste. Blank. Line feed unselected.
Let's see.
Clickable run button shift plus
Run.
enter. Edit multi-line blank.
I did it. Tell me more about what I should do, mysterious voice. I don't know where to go.
Blank. Blank. Out of edit. Clickable number move towards the gem.
Did we die?
Number don't touch the number type hero dot move blank. Programming language Python. Clickable button run. Clickable unlabeled graphic text. Clickable hero dot move left. Step. Clickable hero dot move right. Steps.
Okay, so we can move, we
Clickable
can
hero
move
dot
left,
move. Clickable
move
hero
right,
dot
and we
move
can
right.
give it
Steps.
steps.
Clickable hero dot move
We
up.
did
Steps.
not do that, so I'm guessing that just means keep going until you run into something.
Graphic clickable. Graphic clickable.
And
Avoid the
here's the
spikes.
map.
Select the gem. Goals incomplete. Clickable button. Clickable button. Button. Clickable graphic clickable.
Button.
Anya 11 X 18 Y 6 no target.
Oh look, we do have coordinates. We are at 8. We are at 18 and 6.
Clickable skip. ESC button continue. If you're stuck, click the ins button. Clickable. Blank. Mode. Full
What
is
if
active.
I could press continue?
Clickable.
What happens if I press continue? I need to wait because my friggin' chat thing is blabbering at me. I want to hear the mysterious voice. Yeah, there we go. Continue.
Edit multi-line blank.
Say more words? No?
Blank. Blank. Out of edit. Click number. Don't touch the spikes. Number hero blank. Program. Clickable hero. Clickable graphic. Clickable. Select the gem. Avoid the spikes. Select goals. Incomplete. Clickable button. Clickable button. Clickable Anya 11 X 18 Y 6 no target. Clickable skip. ESC if you're stuck. Click the ins button. Clickable skip.
you're
ESC button
stuck,
continue. If
okay.
you're clickable. Blank.
What if I just run this again?
Clickable run button shift. Edit multi-line blank.
And again.
Clickable. Edit multi-line blank.
Are we in the same place?
Clickable if you're stuck. Click the in clickable X 18 Y 6 no target.
Yes, we are. Okay. I don't even
11.
know where the gem is. So this could actually be made accessible. Kinda. This is very similar to how Swift Playgrounds works. Except there you can actually see the grid. And VoiceOver tells you what items are where. So you can plan your route. Right now, I don't know where I'm going. So this is actually almost doable. But not completely. And I also don't know why we were suddenly in this random level when we Google it, even though I can't find what I'm meant to be doing if I'm actually going in from the actual website. With that, though, I think we are at the end of this stream. It's kind of what I wanted to cover today. Tomorrow, I want to do some more Try Hack Me stuff to finish up the web development path, or the web hacking path, all the way to the Burp Suite category. And then next week, we're going to Burp Suite on Patch Tuesday. And I guess this was a really fantastic stream in the sense that we had so many people interacting. That was really fun. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining up. I'm going to see if anyone is raidable. But yeah, this was fun. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad people came out in so many numbers, as it were. And yeah, more hacking tomorrow. More hacking next week. And hopefully on Wednesday, but I don't know for sure. At least on Saturday, I'll be back playing games. Probably Spider-Man on the Zersiax channel. So let me see if there's anyone we can bug. Got a couple new followers here. That's nice. I'm just seeing if there's anyone who's coding or programming that I know. Doesn't look immediately like... Oh wait, I think Prince Phase that we rated in last time is live again. Let's see what he's doing. Game development log. Commodore 64. That sounds fancy. That sounds properly geeky. Let's see what he's up to. Is he still there? No, he gone. Okay, that's a shame. Let's do like a Twitch search then. Twitch. Coding streams. Is anyone coding? And I don't mean coding as in falling over and like twitching. That's usually not something you want to do on Twitch. That tends to be a bad idea. Like defibrillators don't really work well online. Let's see what we got here. We got Lana Lux. This is game dev. Okay. Is that some kind of tournament? Programming art code. Sounds good. Do it. How many? Oh, you got a 304. No, I'm not. You're way too large. You're way too large of a streamer for my skills. What's this? Final Fantasy Tactics? That's not programming. How is that programming?
Speech mode top. Link 121 viewers.
I'll just let you show them what I'm seeing here.
Link live. Link 1 link Spherophoria streaming Zig / Rust making video editor day 16 quality of life improvements.
Spherophoria streaming Zig Rust making video editor. Ooh, that sounds fun. Quality of life improvements. Yeah, let's improve this person's quality of life by
link Spherophoria streaming Zig /
by sending them a raid. That sounds like a fun idea. Let's do that. Okay, where's my firebot at? Where's my firebot? I need my firebot. Here it is. Raeder. And here we go.
Speech mode talk.
Spherophoria in 90 seconds. Alright then. Stiff upper lip. In it, bruv. Cup of tea. Scotland Yard. Bangers and mash. Bubbles and squeak. That's about all the British I know. Let's see, what else we got? Okay, let's go see what they're up to. So yeah, this was fun. Thank you all for joining my first stream as an affiliate on Twitch, because that's a whole entire new cool fancy thing. Ah, crap, means I have to do 2 stream anniversaries next year. I'm not doing 2 12-hour streams. I refuse. No, I will not. In any case, though, thank you so much for joining, everyone. Hopefully, well, I'll see you tomorrow for the people who want to join tomorrow, and then I'll see you hopefully on Wednesday if I have time. Which, yeah, let's hope so. I don't think so, though. I'll probably be dead by that time. We're gonna see. In any case, I hope you guys had a good day, had a good night, had a good whatever it is in your current province of the woods. And yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now and let the wonderful ticking clock takes you away. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. That actually worked.